Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ETF2L Season 28 playoff. This is the upper bracket round 1 matchup between SVIFT and Ascent.EU. I am Peter. Joining me tonight on production in at the last minute, it's Degu. It's a good thing to have you here, buddy. And then stable as always is Twiggy. How are you doing, Twiggy?
Hello, I'm doing fine. I'm happy to cast a good match again.
Yeah, we have basically your homeboys from France, right? Against all
Pretty
these
much.
AIDS toxic Brits over here on SVIFT. It's gonna be a very good game, I suspect. But,
Yeah, we can never be sure of anything in TF2, just like in football.
Yeah, I'm all happy because Denmark just qualified for the World Championship. I assume France did as well. I haven't actually checked.
I think it did. Yeah, would be surprised if it missed it.
Yeah, the World Cup without France is just wrong. Also, France invading Russia. Like, of course they're gonna take that chance, right? Obviously, they can't help themselves. Anyway, it's only once they get there it's gonna go all wrong. Anyway, staying on topic. Let's talk about some lineups here. So see if we can go through them. We should start probably with what I would consider the favorites in SVIFT. They finished number 1 in the season by not that much. It wasn't all that convincing, and they looked a little bit disinterested at the end of it. But on Medic, we have Babs. On Demo Man, we have Ali. Then on Pocket, I believe it's Polygon. And then Roma Silentas. And then the 2 scouts is going to be Tiger and Samsi, with Tiger probably being like the big carry of the season so far. Like just a really scary scout.
Yep, we can see on the stats how well Tiger performs. But interestingly enough, this sheer DM superiority has not been too much of a has not been that big of a factor, especially in the last match of SVIFT, where they have been challenged by teams with arguably scouts with lesser deathmatch. So it's very interesting to see that teams can adapt and play around the enemy scout strength in an era of TF2 that is where it's widely accepted for the scout to be such a strong class. So I hope that Ascent has what it takes to play around Tiger and not be decimated too much by his superior skill.
Yeah, indeed. I think the big question mark on this roster is probably still Polygon and Babs. They're pretty much the untested 2 players, right? Where Polygon is kind of a new school to Prem, relatively new on the scene, and also he goes 14 for 14. Gets the same amount of kills as Romer on average, which is pretty low, and also has pretty low DPM.
Got 50 shots though, man. So he must be the best, right?
Yeah, that's the important stat, obviously. I wish you could see how many it is per map. That's usually the one that really matters.
Yeah, but yeah, I was quite impressed by how Babs played as Med. I think that during the matches I had the pleasure to cast, she did not make any big mistakes. She doesn't drop too many players. She doesn't die too much. She has quite decent movement, but as you said, yeah, Polygon. It looks like the team isn't putting too many heals on him either, so he doesn't have as many chances as Josh maybe to shine. But this is surely a point of weakness for SVIFT.
Indeed. I think Bab's biggest weakness is probably her positioning. She sometimes, the last time at least I saw her play, she was like a bit too far forward and got caught out a bunch where it was like really obvious that was going to happen. But yeah, I think we should move on to our French superstars on the Ascent.EU side. Do you want to go through the roster?
Yeah, sure. So the core is composed from all top 5 Rocket players. Ombrak has made his main calling. We have Neo, who formerly played Soldier, now plays Scout. And we have Korbak, very good roamer, very twitchy style of gameplay. And the new addition of this roster are Elacour from Raf's team from High. So Elacour is currently the carry of the team, should we say, because he takes lots of heals, hits lots of pipes. And then we have the upcoming players, Fluo as Pocket Soldier, and tonight it's going to be Crafty Dave that will play Scout. And our fellow production man Degu had the pleasure to play a season with Crafty Dave on the Choke Bustas. And interestingly enough, Choke Bustas took a map from Ascent last week, so he must be good, right?
Yeah, that's about as good logic as I've ever heard. That's for sure. Also, I like how Neo's name is completely borked in the database, so we can just pretend that's Crafty. Nafako, that spells Crafty. That works for me. But yeah, Crafty's more of a scout. Like Neo, we've seen him go sniper a whole bunch, and that's been like really strong. I think he's like low-key one of the better snipers. He's been doing a lot of work on that class, and that's not going to be an option anymore. Right, and then also there's the whole issue of well, who's actually the pocket, because Flute definitely is supposed to be the pocket.
It's la cour.
Yeah, right. And then the longer the season has like progressed, the more Corback seems to have just moved on to pocket.
I think what Ascent is doing is going to be the future new meta for 2018, where teams just don't have pockets and swap soldiers depending on what they need. On the paper, it looks like a very promising and very organic way of play, where they can freely alternate. So in theory, they can move much faster. But on practice, do they have what it takes to make it work? We could see on previous logs, even on screams from Ascent, that the playstyle of Fluo is totally team-centric. Like he sacrifices himself a lot of the time, just to make room for his team, and as a result, he doesn't get lots of kills and damage himself, but relies completely on Elacore behind him to do the cleanup.
Yeah, I think that's why I've been like seeing Corback as the pocket, is just because Phil will just jump in suicide, and then everyone else move forward, and then Corback happens to be alive, so he looks like the pocket. You know, so that's probably what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
I'm not sure of how effective this strategy is going to be against scouts as good as Samzi and Tiger. We did not talk about Samzi, but of course Samzi is very experienced. Plays the more pockety role of scout. Doesn't die a lot per map, take lots of heals, and is always on decent positions in order to help Babs. So it's going to be interesting to see how Fluo can perform and if he can outmatch his the direct adversary Polygon.
Yeah, indeed. There's going to be a bit of a young gun showdown on that regard. And then, of course, it actually looks like Ali is having some problems. We might even see a Merc Demo Man coming in. That would be a really big deal, because Ali is an absolute beast and a huge part of why this team is so good. It's basically the Scout and Ali that's just like the huge like deal breakers for this team, I think.
Who could be available to play?
I don't know,
maybe
probably.
Cadis?
Yeah, Cadis just scrim with 7, right? And then, but how will he cast then? So it's probably going to be like Dr. Phil or something, right? And then
hey, the way they are good players, but they certainly maybe don't replace Ali. Are you familiar with how the calls of SVIFT are made? Like, do they rely on Ali to do the main call all the time?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like Tiger and Ali, I believe, that kind of main call. They do the most of the calling, at least. And I'm not sure. Like, this is a British team, so they're probably completely fighting all the time, being generally toxic and not getting along. So if I had to make any kind of prediction, it would be that this team's going to fold after this season and make a new team.
There is one Austrian player and one German player. It's not full breed.
It's very true. But there's a lot of really big personalities in this team. And that could definitely, if they start losing, I feel like they could really start squabbling. And that's going to be like Ascent's big advantage, I think. Ascent seemed like a team that's very calm and collected, and they just play together and just kind of take it easy and work to solve problems and just play together as a team. Whereas they're not as likely to tilt, as we're going to see.
It was fun. It was fun watching Neo stream when he streams screams of Umbrak, because they are prone to cheating, but they are good friends, so it just stays in the game, and there is no big sentiment coming out of it. And most of the time, it helps them to just talk about their problems very directly, you know.
Yeah.
Umbrak is a very direct, as a very direct persona, and just talks when he doesn't like stuff. So at least it makes it clear, yeah.
Alright. I completely forgot everything about the stats. I bet Degu went through like a whole bunch of them, I just forgot to look at them. Oops, I was just looking at different things. Alright, okay. That's cool. We missed nothing, I guess. Alright. Well, let's talk a bit about the maps here. We're going to have Gollywash followed by Reckoner, and then if it's 1-to-1, we're going to move on to Process. So what are your thoughts on these maps? We don't know who banned what.
I don't know. I just remember that in the days before the sticky nerf, Gollywash was seen as a very big demo map. I think it's still kind of the case now.
Yeah.
But, maybe Elacour can shine, but on the middle, what I've seen, because the map has been played on the other playoff match, what was the trend for demo men was just to like sit by their side and just lob pipes randomly around the point area. So I think it's going to come down to good soldier aggression, like whoever can like show up on the demo man and destroy him instantly. But yeah, besides that, I don't really know if it's going to if the map is going to favor one or the other team.
Yeah, I don't think like one team is inherently more aggressive than the other. Like I think both of these teams are pretty keen on pushing on advantages. Just in general, they don't just sit back and wait for like huge advantages or getting a med pick or forcing an Uber. They're usually pretty good at like pushing on a +2 advantage.
Yeah, and Gollywash has this unique feature where it's kind of easy to overload the flank when you have the middle point. So we could see interesting plays made where 2 or 3 players are sent on big door to go behind in lobby. So we don't have the exact same kind of stalemates that we could have on a map like CP Process, where a team has to check the choke point, the steward side, and then the PC side. On this map there is only 2 sides, but of course we all watched Stark play on this map, and we know that drop-down control is going to be very important as well.
Yeah, you can't lose sight of it. Definitely, it's a real like team tester. I feel like, because you only need to just lose sight of it for like a few seconds, and then the damage will be done. Like a soldier or a scout will have just crept through the drop down, and now they're onto your medic, and you have to pop, and it's going to be a horrible Uber. So it can go real wrong real fast. But it looks like Ali is actually going to show up. So our whole thinking about who's going to replace him is for naught. But that's good. We want Ali in here for sure. We want the entire team, and I also think Gollywash is a really good roamer map in general. Like if it is Korvac that's the roamer, then Korvac versus Silenz is going to be like a monster matchup on the flank. Right, like those are 2 extremely good soldiers. Korvac has kind of more recently become really good, whereas Silenz has been really good for a very long time. Oh, I think that's going to be a very key matchup on Gollywash.
Yeah, Korvac has always had the stellar jump and aim. It was more like the timing side of his gameplay that was lacking in the past. Hopefully now, because he played so many screams at the top of frame, this has been resolved. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. And then we are going to go on Reckoner, a very famous map for the demo sacks you can do on last.
Yeah, it's like basically named after Ali. So, we're probably going to see that at some point. And even if you know it's coming, it's very difficult to stop. And usually, actually, the counter that we see these days is to just have the medic literally holding inside a spawn. It's just the worst thing ever, in my opinion. I hate it so much. Like, a medic can just stand inside a spawn and perfectly hold point anyway. So that's kind of the whole consequence of the way the map is designed, i.e. horribly. But yeah, and then finally, once that is decided, we will move on to Process. Yeah, and Process is a map that is pretty scout dominant, and Reckoner is too, to some degree. But if things get bogged down too much, having a really good sniper can truly help out a lot. And Tiger is a very good sniper, and Neo is not here. So, like, who else would you put on sniper on Ascent?
Mighty man, maybe Credu. I think he sniped a bit.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it actually Credu on the
okay.
server, or is it new fake nicking?
No, it should be Credu.
Okay, so
yeah,
that's Neo who's missing actually instead of Credu. We made a mistake, I guess.
I thought we said it right. Like Credu was gonna be there, and then Crafty was gonna be there instead of Neo.
Okay, I didn't get it. Sorry.
All right. I'm sure our very smart audience knew anyway what we were talking about. It's all good.
They're such nerds.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, it's like that could definitely be something that really comes back to haunt them. Is just the fact that they don't have the normal regular sniper main. Let's just call him sniper main. But yeah, like Credu has also shown to himself to be actually a really capable sniper. It seems like always on land for some reason. Credu is just an incredible sniper. It's mostly been on land, and I don't know. Maybe he needs to learn how to use aimbot on offline as well, or online.
It would be easier to do it offline than
Yeah, you'd think.
Online than offline, I would say.
Yeah, but you are apparently wrong, because Credu has basically the opposite problem. I also want to say Elikor has actually been crazy good on land, and then he's kind of, I don't want to, he's been really good this season, but he's been more consistent on land than he has been online. Oh, right, so
but all the training due to all the French lands is done before.
Oh, right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, I bet Elikor went to a bunch of lands that I just wasn't really aware of, like, back when he was basically a shitter.
Yeah, from like 2013 or something, yeah. We used to have like 3 lands in 2013, if I remember correctly. It has been down to 2 lands until previous year, and this year no more French lands. Feels bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see how it's just the scene has kind of organically grown a bunch of really good players and some really good teams that those players can play on. So I don't know. I'm sort of rooting for Ascent here, but I have this feeling that they're going to be outmatched. But how are you feeling about it? Do you feel confident?
I don't know. I think the head prediction definitely goes to SVIFT. But they didn't really show any very big dominant win over a top team. Maybe Lego or Low Panda, they always kind of won or tied, but they weren't that dominant. So I'm expecting to see the game go to 3 maps.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting as they just faked us out here. As yeah, Lego, Swift, and Low Panda, they basically all traded maps where they all beat each other. So, like, who knows, right? So there's no one dominant team that you can very clearly say are the favorites. And then, like, right below those teams were Ascent. They were kind of pretty clearly better than all the teams underneath them, and then they could slowly contest against basically all the teams.
I would hope to see it go to 3 maps. I think our viewers hope it do.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to see 3 maps. Let's sit here all night and talk about TF2. That sounds like a good time to me. We are actually live here. Map number 1. They need 2 maps to move on to the upper bracket finals to take on Lego. It looks like Elko is going to be bombed right away, and Korvac has gone down as well. It's looking really promising right now for Swift. They do lose one guy, the demo man. That could be a big issue, but I think Swift right now, they're just moving it forward so strongly that it's going to be very difficult for anything to actually happen to them. But just as I said that, a scout comes in from the side and actually picks off one guy, and now it's going to be a 4-on-3 fight, and it's going to actually go to Ascent.
Babs and their boys are still asleep because they didn't do anything really active this mid. They were happy to sit there while Korvac died, and then didn't take advantage of that pick, so it allowed Ascent to come strong. And they are saying to Swift that they are not scared at all. And we are going to look at some kind of stalemate onto second point, where the heals rotation is going to play an important role there.
Yeah, I quite like just moving into big door like this. It's a very good way to try and just force anyone to move forward, overextend. They just leave Flu in the... Like, see, this is what I'm talking about with the Korvac being the pocket. He looks like the pocket right now. But it could just be that he was on the flank already and the medic just moved down there. So I'm not sure. I'm going to be looking for it. Like, they actually move a scout in really far. Crafty almost dying, but he will get arrowed and he's going to survive. But yeah, so far neither medic has been really forced out here.
Yeah, very decent position by Swift, and it was kind of a weird play by Ascent Gaming. It looked like they were, but we have Crafty going huge and killing Alice. This surely will unlock the situation for the red team. Without a demo man, this choke is much easier to push, and we are going to look at an Uber track. Good Uber by Polygon. This is the kind of Ubers we would have seen Josh take, and he delivers so far. They managed to push back the Ascent roster, and
Elicor's just gonna go completely in deep here. And so far he has not actually managed to get a whole lot done. And there is someone coming through the drop down, I believe. That's a soldier. Oh, he's not gonna go in anyway. Ali's very weak, almost kills himself. Well, and the Polygon will go down. So it looks like there was a lot of pressure coming onto the Ascent side, but they have barely fought it off right here. And this Lens does not have quite enough health to actually go in from the flank. I say he's gonna get chased down here. He's in pretty weak.
But Flu is going to go down to the flak guns of the scouts without any casualty in exchange. But does Ombrak know he actually has a 15% Uber advantage? This is something they could choose to use, but with Flu down, I doubt they will take the risk.
Yeah, this would be very, very questionable. Like they should know they have like a 3-second advantage because they popped slightly earlier. But, you know, that's not really anything you can push off of. And then they happen to get a little bit more because they built better. Presumably because Babs actually arrowed a bit more than Ombrak. It's actually a pretty interesting situation these days when Valve recently nerfed the crossbow, which means that you can't Uber build with it as effectively as you used to. So now whenever you don't have full Uber arrow, Elicor gets taken down as I was just rambling. And it looks like a scout just going to go in. Right, Tiger just completely bodies Korvac. Wow. They
must Uber now for sure. Otherwise they will concede the point. And it's actually Polygon and Babs who Uber first, so that's a chance for Ascent. They can get a good Uber exchange. Good milking done by Babs, but Uber is much better for the Ascent boys. They managed to clean 2 frags. Polygon was trying to go behind. Maybe that wasn't the right decision right there. And Ascent managed to keep control of middle. And
the pressure's coming
in. Go big door this time, yeah.
Yeah, the big door pressure is real. Like Tiger's looking to try and go in here, but with Ali down, that's going to be free reign in big door, and that's going to just be Elicor walking forward, completely shutting down the doors with the stickies, and they're already going to take lobby as well. And they might be looking to just move in here with the man advantage. Oh, they're just going to send in the soldier. It gets completely denied by Polygon. Good job by him. Yeah, so that's where we saw Flu just go for the suicide play there. I quite like the timing on that one. It made a lot of sense.
And then they kill Silentus and they lose Korvac, so it's now even a 4-on-4 situation because Alice somehow overextends in lobby and gets blasted by a sticky trap. Birds are still equal though, and against the heavy weapons guy, I'm not sure we are going to see Ascent just Uber in.
Yeah, we see no off classes either. That's kind of interesting. We see Silentus actually switching off of soldiers to go engineer. That's it's a very unusual way. It usually really pays off. Ali
what
again.
Is happening?
Is that the 3rd time in a row he got sticky trapped by Elicor? That's just unacceptable. Now they can actually just push in here and do so much pressure onto the point because there's going to be no stickies on it. Like, if I was Ascent, I would just send people into water because now they need to send people into water to deal with it. They can't just sticky off the point.
And yeah, but inside they opted for the soldier sack once again. At least he probably spotted the engineer in case they didn't know already, so it's going to be interesting. But Flu is actually soldier again, and he's soldier with gunboats, so no banner either for the Italian soldier.
Yeah.
It looks like
we also have
very
Korvac on a banner as well. He's actually going to spam out a sentry gun. I'm pretty sure spamming down sentry guns will not build your banner. It doesn't count as damage.
Yeah.
So that's slightly annoying. I'm pretty sure. I'm not actually 100% on that one.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm right as well. Oh, Korvac's looking to go to push forward along. Actually, a sort of Polygon coming in there gets denied by Elicor. He was trying to go for the counter sack. Not quite finding it. So both teams being really good at just denying each other. And at some point, I feel like we're going to see an off class, but Flu's going to just go back on soldier and no off class. He's even going to have.
I think the play is just to make sure that Korvac gets the battalions before anything is going to happen. And during the meantime, he's charging. They are just happy to send Flu sack because it's a free sack. But now we get the sentry. Korvac gets the sentry gun. Yeah, I can't know if he's charged yet on the banner. But Ascent are looking to take a more aggressive position onto the riverside area, and Flu is actually going to make a point play, sorry.
Yeah, I like this. I really like when teams send people into the water to just pressure it, because very often you can, if they go to deal with the point, you can send in a suicider, or you can even walk onto the point and then jump over the point onto the medic. Like you can do a lot of things with pressure in water. We see Lopena do this a whole lot, and it really works out. We also saw Lego yesterday with the banner, which Corvette has been building.
We can see cool plays where soldiers just swap to paint train, but hold on, did we? Oh no, I thought I heard the trumpet from Korbak, but no, I just got baited.
Yeah, that's a band outside your door, dude. I assume in France there's just random bands walking around with boots.
No,
I
man, come on.
haven't been there in a couple of years.
No, we don't run around with trumpets.
Oh, okay, there's two people in the water right now. They're gonna go onto the point, and they're gonna try and pressure. That's gonna force the heavy down here very aggressively, and like this could just all be a big distraction for the Korvac bomb. But
they're doing so much damage to Samzi though.
And the Tiger actually goes down as well. Elico is obviously putting pressure on in Riverside, just spamming out here. At some point hoping for the lucky pipe, but they're not getting anything quite yet. But they are, like, the DPM has to be just insane. Flu actually walks in and gets Ali. Ali just suffering so much this game, just continually getting picked off. And now for sure you can do the water strat. And we actually have the banner ready, it looks like.
He pops it first and he's going to make a point play with it alone. Questionable use of the banner. He does get tagged.
I don't know if he's in the water and they're on the floor. I'm pretty sure the banner still hits them because it goes through like ceilings and everything.
Yeah, but they went at the same time with the banner and with the Uber charge. So they used actually Umbrak used trying to push, and they didn't manage to force Babs. So now it's the turn for SVIFT to go on the offensive. They keep the sentry gun on last. I love this play, and they send 5 people out where all the Ascent roster is positioned on Big Door with a sniper this time.
Yeah, the sniper Big Door is really potent, and it actually takes down the scout. That's a really big deal right now when they're trying to cap out the point as effectively as possible. There's still one scout on top of it, but he's not able to quite cap it out. Flu's going to jump in there, and here comes the second soldier, Babs, jumping around, just dodging this soldier to the best of your ability, and it's going to be good enough. They still haven't quite capped it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be just a matter of time before they get it in. Now they could even move on to middle. There's going to be an Uber and a sniper that they have to contend with, but yeah, it's not a lot of people.
People on the drop down. We talked about drop down control.
Samsi has snuck in behind as well. He's actually going to find the sniper, just take him down. That's going to make it a lot easier going here, and both Ubers have now been popped off. There's going to be a lot better Uber for Ascent actually. Bab's just going to try to see if she can get out, and looks like she has succeeded in it so far, but there's so much damage being done in Big Door coming out from Alicor, but it doesn't matter when they're 3 against 1.
Alicor was just pinned on the corner by 4 stickies. All his team just left him trying to kill Samzi on choke. Good play by Samzi, able to escape after getting that sniper pick. On cheeky little trap by Ale this time on top of the big door entrance. So he noticed that Ascent loves to play close to it. Maybe he's expecting to catch someone, and it could very well work. Unless Ascent does not take the bait, as they are currently positioned in a very standard way, close to the choke.
Yeah, there's a slight Uber advantage again. It's not really something you would be aware of, and it's probably just caused by one team erring a little bit more than the other one. So it's a very real thing, I feel. Like, just stop erring once when you're building Uber, that phase of the game. Then once you have the Uber, you can start erring people again. I think people really need to catch on to that little detail. They're just kind of playing it the same way they've always have. But once again, all the heals are just focused in Big Door here. We see Scout baiting a whole lot. It's not really baiting when you die for it, I guess. He got baited himself, but I mean, he does have cylinders run out of rockets. That's positive.
Not really sure what the Ascent game plan is. Like, they show themselves on Big Door and they just stay here, so they have no surprise effect. They can't really run players unnoticed on the flank, and Flu on the choke cannot do anything because he doesn't have a buff. So looking to see any changes maybe of Ascent or something that proves that the style work, and instead they go for a sniper. Good work.
Yeah, Tiger was looking like he was gonna go back into spawn. Oh my god, Ali, such...
They didn't see Silentes though. Ooh.
Oh yeah. We even saw... yeah, 2 people go down to the 1. Credo has been taken down, but Sniper's not the best thing in a fight anyway. So it might be a blessing in disguise here. Gonna move in through big door. Elikor just taking the charge here.
Bigger.
So aggressively in here, but he takes a lot of damage. But Tiger will go down. It's a really big pick. It's gonna be probably enough to just force out everyone else.
Nice positioning by the red soldiers, maneuvering to surround the blue team, and as a result, 3 players from Swift go down. Polygon is now relatively trapped on balcony, but manages to escape. And we have like a 20% advantage for Umbrak though.
Yeah, it's just gonna be up to Tiger. Can he kill everyone? He kills 2. Really huge steal right there. Just walks in and kills off 2 players, and that's gonna actually completely stunt this push. And also, Umbrak has been building so much faster than Babs. Actually, kind of crazy. I don't think he even knows that he has this much of an advantage, because I'm pretty sure they were even, right? And then
I think they have a lot of opportunities to just push as soon as they hit 100% and go for these UBR trades. As we have seen the difference in build time, but instead Polygon tries to, I don't know, just walk on them.
Yeah, just walked in, said hi. He was not welcome, and then he got killed. Once again, it's just gonna be big door push here.
Yeah. All in all, this could be good because we saw Ascent not really managing to push big door for free. So with 1 soldier down for Swift, they are prone to push maybe deeper than they would do if Polygon was alive.
They're gonna go in through choke here. Tiger's in very aggressively, and now Silentes has joined him as well, and they will win that fight. So the flank has collapsed, and
it took Swift 5 minutes to realize that. Wait a minute, the players on choke have no heals, and they don't have a demo man with them. We can just destroy them, and they do just that, but they lose 3 on the process.
Yeah, they got some backup here on the Ascent side just in time to go get them. Avert disaster, but like, once again, it's just going to be an Uber push in here with Elikor. I feel like Elikor's DPM is going to be insane because he's just been spamming the entire game. A lot in Big Door. Did I didn't catch out Tiger and Big Door? No, not quite. So really nice.
Fast rotation by Ascent this time. They managed to send two players through the choke point, but Tiger once again pencils Umbrak with Silentes.
Yeah, that flank in Big Door was just absolutely monstrous. Elikor is actually going to do a really good job of just doing so much damage. I don't think he's going to be quite able to get this. No. Ali dances around, survives on like no HP. And that's going to be that. Finally, a mid goes out to the Swift. It's been so much back and forth. It's 0-0, but we basically had like no situation where a team just sits back and do nothing.
Yeah, it was up to Ascent the whole time because they got the mid victory, and as such got the right to push first, and this time it's Swift's time to defend, but Ale gets killed for the millionth time this map, and Swift is probably going to just be happy to keep middle for a time before they start to do any big play of their own. It's going to be interesting to see if Swift opt to go for Sniper or if they opt to go for the similar play that Ascent did with the heals on Big Door.
Yeah, I don't know how many times Ali has been picked off, but it's a lot.
I bet for 20 deaths at the end of the map.
I'm gonna guess that he's gonna slow it down a little bit, but yeah, he's definitely on track to do it right now. Polygon's gonna jump and see if he can get Ali again, but this time around it's not gonna. Oh, no, never mind.
That's a shit UBR charge by Babs and Ali. Ali now has to hit a huge combo onto Umbrak. Umbrak just
juggled up as well, so he's completely caught in. Ali just gonna get crushed. Like there's no way out for him. And Crafty will just pick up his pistol. Tiger's still behind though. He's actually hiding in there in Lottery.
Yeah, that's the best chance for Swift to make anything happen, but I believe that Credu is not far away to take the one-on-one with Tiger. He's calling for help though. Yes, the whole Ascent crew comes back to help him, but Credu actually wins the 1v1. Good play by him.
Yeah, he was very clearly waiting for his team to show up.
Pretty interesting game.
Yeah, and then he just won it anyway. But,
and now with 3 players down again for Swift, this is a moment of weakness for Swift that Ascent could opt to exploit, but no, they are just going to respect the power of the demo man on the choke point and they don't opt to muscle their way in just yet. But Flu is in an interesting spot onto drop down though.
Oh yeah, he's just waiting for them to move a little bit too far forward, and then he's just gonna go up there and hopefully two-shot the medic, right? That's kind of the standard one. Or even just getting the soldier could be really good. You don't even need to like go in anymore. You can just jump up and shoot 2 rockets and then jump back down. It'll fall back down, and you've probably done enough. If they've already taken damage, that's gonna be a kill. So pretty interesting, but on the negative side, he's not holding anything really. If they decide to just walk through the choke, and now that everyone else has rotated into big door, it could be kind of sketchy for him. I hope he's not still holding down there. No, he's not. Alright, he's just around the corner. As per
Different hold for Swift this time, with Ali staying at the choke and the 5 other guys going to big door. Doesn't look like Swift recognizes the weakness on the Ascent setup, which is that Flu and Credu are helpless on choke, and they don't opt to send players to just yet. But Silentes?
Right, yeah, he lands 1 rocket. He's gonna actually go back up, and Tiger smells blood and runs in, but the Silentes was already out, so that's gonna be a bit of a miscommunication there. And Flu will just take this opportunity to jump in, miss a rocket on the medic, and Bash will surf the second one just fine. But a scout is in there and actually gonna force it. Credu just in Bab's face, gonna force Bab to pop.
Yeah, and what are Swift going to do? Babs goes for the health pack into heavy, so no chase just yet. And they want to send Samzi to force the Uber charge. The Uber is finally forced after Samzi goes down. So that's
like so weak. Can he survive this one time? Looks like he can.
And no cap time just yet for Ascent. While Silentes and Tiger are behind and get 2 kills. So for sure we are going to see a block for Swift. Very disappointed in Ascent stance on this second point, not capping it.
Yeah, and they also just kind of missed enough shots here in choke that they're just going to be forced to go out. See, Ali is actually trying to force the issue here. Now Scout is running as well. Oh yeah. Polygon jumps in, doesn't quite manage to find the rockets. Craft is only on 5 HP though, so just anything will kill him right now, and he knows it. Finally does get the help that he needs, but he took an arrow, so now the Uber is going to be a bit delayed. A nice pipe coming out, but Ali again going down to the sticky trap. Oh my god, and Samson goes, me too. And so now everyone else is going to flood in here, and here comes the Uber exchange, and it's just going to be Silentes alone in this choke, and I think he's going to try and run behind. It's definitely how he's acting, but Mike is picked off for it.
What is going on? Like, both teams just opt to retreat at the same time and leave the choke empty for a second. Silentes doesn't understand what happens and just goes choke and gets destroyed at a very odd timing. Another fight is still very even with 1 soldier down on each side. Polygon opts to fight with Flu on the high ground, wins the fight.
Oh, Credu wins the fight on the flank. That's really huge. Now he can pressure coming in here from the side. That could be a really big deal. It's actually going to force everyone to go back here. Yeah, they're just Swift losing that. They know.
Both teams are not opting to commit anything risky at all to their push, and as a result, they're just waiting for the other team to make big mistakes, it looks like.
Yeah, like basically, it seems like the whole way this is played is you just put on a ton of pressure, and then at some point they're gonna make some stupid mistake because they're so preoccupied with like fighting, just committing all their brain cells to figure out how to out DM this guy, and then at some point they're just gonna do like step too far forward, even though they saw like a sticky trap being placed there half a minute earlier or something dumb, right? Like you can just forget in the heat of battle.
Yeah, and this time we have a defensive sniper by Tiger. Can he actually hit Ombrak on the low ground from the choke? I don't think he can.
I'm pretty sure he can.
Quite sure.
Well, I don't think he's gonna hit Ombrak, but he can probably like hit a soldier or something. But it's gonna be interesting to see. He's just holding in big door right now, and he has been spotted as well. So very unlikely that he's gonna be able to catch them off guard. But he's going in very aggressively here, just peeking it out. You know, if he just does his best arc impression, he actually hits Elikor with a nice headshot, and he's just gonna continue to move in here and just go for the hero shots. And he's very weak, but the weak is not dead. He's gonna live to tell the story and try again.
Goals have been reverted just there with Tiger and his team taking the upper end of the exchange with the sniper man, opting to go on the offensive on Big Door. This time they get flew.
They went for a charge shot against the sniper. That's so dumb. Soda's gonna jump in very aggressive. He's an elbow. He's like on 10 HP. Yeah, there you go. Silent is gonna try and jump and actually die. Quebec is very weak, but you'll go for it. Yeah, flew
types worth a try.
Worth a try. Nope. No, it wasn't. Like, what are you gonna kill with a charge shot when the medic's just tanking everyone in Victor? That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Silentes opts for the counter-sack instead of just covering Tiger to get him more room. So as a result, they just trade players, and now Swift still can't push. They opt to overload the choke point, but very good reaction time by I think it was Credu and Elacour.
And Tiger's getting the room in Victor though, and actually picks off things here, and finally he will get taken down. It's gonna be, looks like the flu actually killing people in Victor as it was being overloaded. No, sorry, choke. And now second sorted into drop down.
Need to
come in from behind. Oh, he's actually jumping into Victor. So a bit of an ease of tension right now. And there comes Uber. That's gonna be that really stale fight where nobody can really do anything except for back off and sticky off everything, and then
really can Ascent not do anything there? The health on Swift for a moment was quite weak with Ali and Silentes about mid health on Big Door away from the hills. But it doesn't look like Ascent recognizes this and instead opt to pause the game.
Yeah. Have they paused, or is this just the pace of the game? I can't tell.
It could be the same, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm watching a game from 2010, like...
Yeah, it's just so... I'm kind of surprised at no point have we seen anyone run scouts behind when they pressure in Big Door. Like, because they see the demo man, they know he's not like inside sticking it. And like, you could at least open the door and see if there's a soldier waiting there. And if there's not, you can just run in a scout behind it, and then you can like maybe win a 1v1 fight, and then you can be all sorts of just nasty up top, right?
It requires to like take risks, you know, and it doesn't look like a very trendy word these days.
Risk reward, indeed. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, in France we say avoir le beurre et l'argent du beurre, which is like getting the butter and the money from the butter, but it's just a sentence to say that you can't get big rewards if you don't put anything in, and it looks like that it's exactly what both teams are looking to do. They are not investing anything on their plays and expecting it to take good rewards. But we can't really blame them, it's the first map, it's 0-0.
Yeah, it's also like, I don't want to say like they're not being overly passive or anything, right? Like, they're not taking big risks, but it's not like they're doing nothing. They are putting on pressure in Victor. It's just, it's very much a spammy match. I feel like it's going to be like crazy DPM on some people because they've just been spamming all game. Like, probably just Ali and especially Elacour just going to have like crazy DPM because they're just going to be spamming it. We even have this pause here, and it's probably still going to be over 300 DPM, even though the pause will mess up the DPM stat.
Yeah, it's going to be a game with very low kills, but very high DPM, very strange indeed.
Yeah, it's sometimes funny to look at like how much damage do you need for a kill, right? Like, and I feel like it's gonna be like 3,000 damage for every kill or something in this match. It's gonna be
well, you can't trust the story told by the stats. You have to look at the games.
Yeah, it's very true. Oh, and there we go. We have unpaused, as I think at least nothing has happened yet. But yeah, they're just gonna spam each other out here and choke and try to reset, and presumably we're gonna see some sort of bomb in there. There we go. Selens will actually die, and immediately we just see everyone just rotate into Big Door, see if they can catch anyone out, and they're just gonna continue to spam once again. This is the name of the game, it seems. But Ali's gonna win the spam war so far, and actually people going in through choke as well. Creator's gonna take a bit of a risk, it seems, and it's not gonna pay off. Everyone else will just back up. 2 kills for Swift, sorry. Yeah, Umbrek is on 95%. He's being pressured really hard. It looks like he's gonna be forced there. He actually just got in time, but he's in a pretty bad position to use this Uber.
Yeah, and I know it's pretty bad, and they opt to retreat instead of sacking bodies to try to get an hypothetical force. But unfortunately for them, that means now that they could lose 2 points out of this mistake. We have a cute trap by Korbak behind the rock. It's not checked at all, but the man is not here, so what can he do? He can block the point, maybe? Or just stay here?
They do have core back behind. Like, I think he's just jumping for the medic. He's just going to jump up really high and take down Tiger. And that's going to mean that second point is uncapped as we have a AFK soldier. Cylinders was like AFK in Victor, so he might be lagging out. That's probably the pause. And they're just lagging out. And Korvac wants to take down Babs as well. How did that happen? Oh my god. I was just looking at Celenta standing still. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But that means that Ascent are still on the game, showing quite interesting plays on defense.
Did they like unpause and then immediately bomb the medic? Is that what happened? That's so dirty. It's kind of like the one time where a jukebox was like standing behind someone and they paused and then they just unpaused and immediately backstep some dude.
Silentes is like so gay, he lag on the chat.
Gamers cannot cause lag, Silentes, please.
It sounds a bit bored indeed. And you talked about players tilting.
Yeah, this could very well be it, but the middle has still not been properly capped here.
No, but there's 3 casualties on the Swift side, thanks to another big door play by Ascent, and this time, surely they will get the second point. It looks like they're going to storm their way onto last, but their whole team is not there. They have still 2 players not in the fight at all, but they get Babs and Sams.
Oh, that's really huge. And now it's just going to be 2 players. It is a Demo Man. Demo Man is really good at holding points, but he's so weak. Ali, he does get the first one, though. He's being rushed down by a scout, and that's going to be it. 1-0 with 4 minutes remaining.
Maybe this was all a strategy. Maybe they could have won the round like 20 minutes ago. They wanted to win while not giving Swift a lot of time to come back. 4 minutes is surely more than enough. All is going to come down to this middle fight bitter.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tilting round to lose as well for Swift, because they basically lost because Silenta's lagged out. Right, that's how it's going to feel to them. As Elico's being pressured really hard in here. He actually gets saved by a really nice arrow from Umbrak, so he's going to be on the low ground now, but I feel like Ascent has lost a lot of ground just doing this, and Flu will be the first person to go down on both soldiers now, and that's just going to be it. Kratos behind lines, but everyone else has just retreated, so let's see what Kratos can do here. He can work some magic.
I think that Swift are aware that Kratos is behind. They are also aware that 2 players are dead for Ascent, but instead they opt to do ×7 on the point. Could have been an opportunity for them to push as where exactly as Ascent are on the high ground.
Looks like he's not gonna just go on Silentis, and Tiger actually gets taken out by Sticky Trap. That's really nice. So Elico was just looking to take this Uber ride here. The medic just surfs around. He's just so far away from everything, and he demolished. He didn't use.
He didn't pop. He didn't pop, dude. He had like 20 health after taking the full damage, but he didn't pop.
Yeah, that was so risky too, because like, yeah, he could have died, but even worse, he could have like let everyone else on his team die because he was just so far away from them. But neither of those things happened, so it really worked out, and now they're just left with an Uber and a man advantage. Oh, now he's off the Demo Man. That's unfortunate.
There we go. And Swift are going to push 5 players onto this checkpoint, but very good timing. But Korvac, he gets 3 players.
Oh,
2 players.
Yeah, 2 players, but this scout's not out yet. He makes it out just fine, but
nice.
Yeah, they get Babs in the whole scuffle, so that's really huge. It's like Samsi's gonna make it into spawn. He's gonna go sniper. No, he cannot get the forward spawn.
Polygon is trapped behind as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks good for Ascent, man. 2 minutes left. They are going to get control of the 4th control point. Do they
you can just hang out on it.
Yeah, do they do the 7 play and just stay there?
Yeah, exactly. You don't actually need to do anything more than you're already doing. You can just hang out, just sit there and make the 1 serum advantage be absolutely massive. But you have to be careful, because it only takes like 50 seconds to push all the way across Gollywash. And Selenis has gone spy. Oh, he opens the door.
Takes a random pipe.
He immediately just catches the attention of them. And he's going to continue to be on spy. Now he's just going to open the door and stand in the spam zone. He actually makes it out. I'm pretty impressed. Oh no, he ate a really
can kill Elako. Oh, the crossbow is so OP, man.
Yeah, it's actually really good. For those of you that didn't realize, it's very, very good. Yes, they are pushing out right now, but they're losing so many players, and this is the power of this. They're just sitting outside. Yeah, it's just 2 players. And it's
that's
just
a good game plan, man.
Yeah, just really well played. Uber's been forced out. It's gonna slow everything down, but it's gonna be. Oh, actually, get 2 spawners, so they could actually hold this. It's not over yet. Okay, now it's over. Now it's over. And 2 people stand on it. Now
Caster's curse beat.
Yeah, that was a very swift implementation of the
Very
curse.
swift.
Yeah.
A very swift caster curse indeed.
Yep.
But
That's the best way to
game
put
plan,
it.
good game plan by Ascent, and as you expected, we are going to have a nice game tonight.
Yeah, this is the opposite result of what I expected. I think. I feel like I don't actually know how good on. Are they good on Gollywas normally? I feel like they are, but I'm not
Are you
sure.
talking about Ascent?
Yeah, Ascent. Sorry, I should have specified that.
I don't know, man. I don't know
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I haven't been following the scrims very much. But like I've seen Ascent, like they will always take maps off of Lego, right? So they do pretty well in scrims, and so even though they're the underdogs, they can always take it, and they've shown it tonight for sure already.
Yep.
Let's look at
let's see if I won my bet of Ale dying 20 times.
let's see.
Is that 9? Is that 16 times?
16 times. Oh yeah, so it slowed down a bit, but he only has 5 kills, so he still had a really bad game. I mean, Elko has 20 kills. That's what you meant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then also we see there was a pause. That means there's a 32-minute game, and still we see Elko on 400 DPM. So that means, like, even though it went overtime, it's like 400 DPM plus because it's just so much spam coming out from Elko. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a very interesting way to counter the deathmatch of players like Silentus and Tiger. You just lock the game and play the choke points and wait for them to do the mistakes. And Swift are not 7, and they made the key mistake at the worst possible time, losing that round with only 5 minutes left.
Yeah, I think it's also worth noting that like Tiger, he never really went in on the flank and killed a whole bunch of people, right? Like he sometimes went in like from the front and killed a bunch of people, right? But then he got killed. Like he would like walk in there and just kill someone that he shouldn't have killed, and then he got killed.
Yeah, it
So
looks
that's
like Swift doesn't have a really set way to make Tiger go in for free on the flank, like maybe Froyotech used to do with Clockwork and Blaze.
Right, yeah.
So that's probably a thing that they should discuss right now before going to Reckoner, which is a map that is notoriously easy to lock as well. It's very difficult to push out of last, obviously, but it's also quite easy to lock down the middle point, because there is so much high ground for free for the team that has middle, that it makes it very difficult for the team who is on second to muscle their way in. So I'm looking to see something a bit more proactive by Swift, instead of just being happy to just sit
the
there.
heal stats. And we were talking about who's the pocket. I said I think Korvac is, and then you said no, it's Elikor, and I think we're both right. Right, like
it's not
Elikor
true.
with
That's
35%.
That's what we can say for sure, though.
Yeah, so Elikor 35% on demo. That's kind of disgusting. And then Korvac with 21, and then Flu with only 10. So I'm pretty sure Korvac is just pocket at this point. And the damage is enormous, and then the kills are pretty low, just as you predicted.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But we saw Polygon take much more hits than Ale this map. I don't know if it's down to Ale having a very bad game, but sometimes on the chokes he just wasn't healed, so that's why he couldn't just trade properly with Elako. But on other occasions we saw Polygon be much more active, trying to go for Uber trades, and that's maybe a kind of play that they are not very used to.
Look at that! They were never on Ascent last. Never ever.
No, I think they were about to cap the 4th control point when Korvac made that sick play on Tiger and then killed like 3 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good control of the pace of the game by Ascent just there. Have they done their homework on this map though?
Yeah, that's gonna be like a really big question. I feel like this is a map that's a lot more difficult to stop a scout from running in on the flank. So containing a Tiger on this map is going to be more difficult, I feel. And then Samsi probably also going to shine. So I think it's going to be a much better map for SVIFT, and it's probably, I don't know, I want to say it's going to be higher scoring, but it's still Reckoner, so maybe that's being too optimistic.
We need to see good middles out of the SVIFT side as well, because they should be pretty confident in their deathmatch ability. I mean, like, you have Silentes, Samzi, and Tiger, but they were just happy to just sit around on middles. Maybe they knew that it's because Ascent likes to bomb 2 soldiers always, but that's not the right way to play against a very demoman heavy team.
Yeah, if the Demoman can just walk forward and do all his damage, then he's gonna, like, you're basically making it easy for him. Like, Demoman can be the most difficult class or the easiest one, depending on how much pressure is being put on him.
And the middles on Gully was also shown that there were room for SVIFT to make plays after the initial jumps by the Ascent soldiers, but it doesn't look like they recognize the opportunities fast enough. And as such, Ascent managed to recover 2 times and win the 2 mids. And Ale is out, apparently.
Yeah, let's hope Ali can wake up a little bit here. You know, this is basically his map. Like, he's got a move just named after him. Surely this is going to be his map. And normally Ali is just absolutely fantastic.
Samzi on the chat is like, can we use Cages as Merc because Ali just rage quit.
Oh boy. Man, that's the tilt I was talking about. And this is really good for us.
Cadus, man, he's on spec.
Oh yeah, let's look at the Cadus stream here. Let's see here. Oh, is he joining? I can't tell. It's probably delayed.
Yeah, for me he's on spec on the server.
Yeah, it's very true. So he's probably joining. So we're actually gonna see the mid playoff game rage quit coming out from Ali. That doesn't bode well.
That's how legends in TF2 are written, man.
This is like it's not quite.
It's not Lupus level, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not quite Lupus level, like the first game of the season, but it's still pretty
Lupus
funny.
went on a streak that was close to 5-16. I think it was maybe even lower than that. But yeah, do you remember the Russian team 425?
Oh yeah. I was talking about the other day, like what was the name of the soldier that went 4 and 25 that they named the team after?
The Anak Shayu.
Oh yeah, it's Shayu. Yeah, that's true. Like, he's even on a friend list, I think.
You have so many friends, you don't even remember them, man.
To be fair, he's always named something weird, so he's easy to forget. Like, you just never know. Like, some people, right? Like, just always name something weird and then.
Yeah. Fortunately, we can create aliases on Steam.
Yeah, that's a lifesaver.
A godsend feature.
Like, I have been on teams with Beefalize. You have no idea. Like if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have known who I was talking to half the time. Like, it would just be some random dude asking me to come play scrims, and I would just be confused because Beefalize will like change his name and his avatar all the time. He got banned on ETF2L from changing his name because he did it so much.
I got an insider from the Cages stream to say to me that apparently Cages could play Roamer and Silentes could play Demo.
Oh,
don't know how much I'm getting trolled, but
I mean, that sounds really stupid. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, Silentes is actually a really good demo. Right? He's kind of crazy, just DM wise for sure. But like, Cadus is so much better demo than he is anything else in the game. So that doesn't seem to make sense to me.
I'm going to tune in to the Cadus stream to listen to the latest news.
News and gossip.
Because the game is still not started, so. And Cadus is no longer spec.
Yeah, he's actually playing. So, I mean, he's also on Demo Man. So I think he's actually gonna go for them. Like, everything else would just not make sense to me. Like, no matter, I kind of want to see the Silentes Demo Man. Like, he's pretty notorious for just walking around in pickups, just with pipes and shield, and just killing everything. Just crazy.
It makes more sense for him to play demo for sure.
Yeah, surely. But
we're going to go live soon.
But this is just the complete annihilation and crumbling of the #1 favorite team. Like, this is the first seed playing against the 4th seed. Just want to point that out. And SVIFT is the first seed. And like, Ascent is only like this 4th seed that's not supposed to have a chance, right? And then they just completely, like, very safely beat them, comfortably beat them in the map.
The game is not over, man.
I know.
Let's not forget that Ascent lost the map against the Choke Busters, and we said earlier that we thought that Ascent was such a superior team compared to the bottom 4 teams of Frame, so a choke could happen. And Lego showed us as well very recently that chokes can happen at the worst possible times. And Cages is going to...
Yeah.
Here? I see the game froze.
Oh, maybe they paused. Can we see this?
Is it freezed for you too?
Yeah, they're paused. Yeah, it's
okay.
good you can just spy on the other stream, right?
I thought that crashed for a moment.
Oh yeah, oh no, this is good, right? Whenever they pause this early in the game, it's just in the pre-game. So it basically like nothing's changed for us. That's very fortunate. But yeah, like let's also not forget Cadus is actually a really good demo man, right? Like Ali was basically the second coming of Cadus, I want to say, on these SVIFT teams. Like, wasn't Cadus originally on? Was he on SVIFT ever? I want to say, or maybe just like so, 7. Or Ali was on 7. When
Cadus had wrist problems, he mentored Ali to replace him on 7.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it went.
Yeah, it was never SVIFT. It was just 7. But yeah, just Cadus is very good, and like he never seemed to be like super rusty ever. So like he's always going to be really solid, and now he's had a full season, so definitely no rust issues there. But was he prepared to actually play today? That's the question, right?
Well, he played the Scream before against Ascent, I think, so...
Oh yeah, it's true. And then he's just watched the game for like an hour, and now he's all of a sudden playing. I don't know, he could be thrown off. Like, some people really like to have a rhythm. I'm not sure how much Cadus feels about that. But I don't know. I really like if I wasn't prepared to play, then I have a lot of trouble playing. And
yeah, same. I would need like 5 minutes to start hitting shots, even though I don't really hit them. But these guys surely hit more shots than me, and we are going to our first map on the second map, CP Reconner.
Yeah, Elico is gonna be just focusing on the left side. He will actually. Both Cadus and him are shooting at each other to begin with, but it's going to be the double soldier aggression again, just going onto the demo but not really killing him straight away. They might have wasted too much time. They do get the Cadus kill, but they've lost a scout and a soldier for it in return. And it's actually a really close fight, and it's looking kind of good right now for SVIFT. But a scout coming in from behind, Tiger will go down, and this could now it's a 3-on-2 and a pipe coming out there. We'll take down Samsey as well. It's pretty difficult to keep track of when we don't have a HUD, but we did it.
Yep,
and
but I think that SVIFT threw the...
Kratos going in? Oh, gets
Never mind.
Outplayed.
But yeah, SVIFT had definitely the upper hand when they had 2 scouts alive on mid and all the position in the world, but instead they just opted to go to chase with Boston Bashers out, which is not the best way to win against good players.
Yeah, oh my god, Silento lags out and dies to Crafty. That's so unfortunate.
Which is the pose, yeah.
Yeah, just again. Like, still, it's really possible that they're just super tilted because that's how they feel they lost the first round, right? And basically the only round that mattered in the last game. So it was a very tilting way to lose, and now when it's happening again, like, I don't know, I would be hating the game at this point if I was Silentus. I hate when like just the game is screwing me over. Tiger's gonna run in, trying to get Elicor, but Elicor will survive on 29 HP and kill him in return.
And, we are back in the same rhythm of the first map. Ascent in control on middle. Happy to send one-man sacks or to overload the flank. I'm not really sure they can do the same thing on Gully Watch, which is just put their heads on the flank side. I don't think it works that well on this map, given the way the entrances are shaped.
Yeah, Toxic is really, I don't know, kind of on the low ground and really far away, so it's very difficult, and you're not really threatening to do anything. Like, if you just walk onto the point, you're still in the low ground or in like a worse area to be in. So you're not really threatening anything. If you walk in gully and just basically walk onto the point, then you're in the same position that they are, and that's very threatening. Not
Tiger
really
is
the same here.
sniping.
Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, gonna see. Oh, I thought we're gonna see Elico just jump in really aggressively, but that was just getting out of
I think
sight.
he just spotted him. Yeah, he was trying to avoid the sight line. He does so, and Tiger now scopes behind, covered by a scope. Nice position by Samzi.
Baited.
A nice pipe by Kaidos. They get one pick. What can they do with it?
Yeah, this is where we normally see someone come in very aggressively, but the Silentis jumps in, gets piped.
I mean,
Easily dealt with.
this is pretty clear that this kind of plays don't really work. Is this really what you wanna try when you must win this map?
Yeah, I don't know. You can definitely try it a time or two, I suppose. Did he do the charge shot again?
Yeah, very optimistic charge shot.
Why is he doing this against sniper? Do they not know there's a sniper? Like, come on, man.
There we go.
He didn't do the charge shot again, right? Please tell me he didn't do it again. It would be so stupid. Oh wait, he did. He's on fire. Oh no! Why are you like this? Sam's gonna go in there see if he can get anything. Oh
Two players dead.
Dude, don't charge against snipers, alright? It's dumb.
2 players dead for Swift. No scouts on the field. Corback.
Oh, Soda's in onto the
it's my
medic.
time to. Woo! I thought this rocket hits, but no. Never
Balls of
mind.
steel or something like that.
Yeah,
Gonna
and Swift
hold on
are
to it.
definitely going to do much more than that if they want to unlock. And the flank is actually open for the moment, and Tiger goes in, supported by Silentes. We are going to see a nice concave taken by Swift, and a standard fight is going to happen. But the sniper, man, the sniper is just too good.
Yeah. Crafty's. I don't know. I don't think he can actually do anything. He's just gonna run in anyway. Oh, okay. Just 2 shots, Samsey. No biggie. He's onto the demo man. He's gonna eat the stickies. No, not gonna quite make it in there. But,
Quite
I mean,
optimistic play, should we say?
he has passion. he had no fear in his heart, that's for sure. It's gonna be a cap coming out here for, on second. And now the question is, can you push out of second with a huge uber advantage, heal advantage, and man advantage? Like, surely the answer is yes, but yeah, it's very uncomfortable. And they might just decide not to do it, and that should give you an idea of just how difficult it is.
Yeah, they're not pushing at all, dude. Or if they're pushing, it's very slow though, because Ombrak is already at 50%, you know? Yeah, they're not pushing, man. They're not pushing, they don't have spies. They get sniper again. I don't really understand what the game plan is, to be honest.
Yeah, like, this is a situation where you might as well just send a suicide, right? Like why not? Oh, Kaidos
there's some
gonna die.
to die to the body shot. That's a way to send a suicide.
Yeah, with no demo man there, I don't know. You still can't pressure the point, I guess, but you can walk in. You can actually go into trap room now, into the boiler room. Like, you're not going to get trapped out. That's something. Now they're going to send in Flu, see if he can get onto the medic. No medic's just in spawn. No biggie. Kaidos will take him down. And this is the most annoying part about this map, is the medic can just literally stand in spawn and be fine. He's actually going to run out now that she feels safe. Just put some heals out, and now we're gonna be stuck here. And this is a very different stalemate than what we've seen so far. So Tiger will have take his turn at running out there and gets body shot. You know.
I can hear the rage from the. I can hear the tilt from the Swift players, from the casting desk, man. This is so infuriating to play against. But props to Ascent to finding a way to make it work. They are in control of the fourth control point of Swift. And they have a very good shot of winning this round if Swift doesn't do anything interesting soon.
Yeah,
Elico is landing pipes very close to Babs too.
Yeah, Kratos also just looking at the... Oh my god, Kratos again! Just the Kratos sideline that he's found on the top right. It's really nice. But now he's going to have Tiger just walk out here, see if he can even the odds. As he's trying to find a good angle, but he has to contend with the sniper sideline off his own. You can just see them shooting, mocking the shot at each other. As Soldier comes in here to make his presence known. And I think we're just basically stuck once again.
Yeah, no very good pushing opportunity made by Swift there. They do get through, so Tiger is prompted to stay a bit more aggressive in lobby, but the sniper from Credu is just in a very annoying position on the ground with an overheal. Very difficult for Tiger to do anything through this little door spammed by a soldier. It's Korvac who's doing it at the moment.
Yeah,
Tiger
it's
misses
actually a
the
really
shot onto
difficult
him.
spot to snipe from, just in general. Like, we've seen teams hold in the upper lobby before whenever the enemy team had a sniper, just because you can't really snipe in there. Like, you have to walk all the way in there to get a proper sightline, and that's just not good as a sniper, just be in their face like that. That's very much the hero shot territory. And Tiger, he's gonna continue to try. Just charge up. He's basically the only one forward, and
Silentus is so bored, he's just plus forwarding as NG. Who wouldn't be?
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, it shows the current problem. Oh, there's a spy actually, free spy. So mix up
yeah.
by Ascent this time.
I sense a chain-smoking Frenchman making his way in there.
What's he doing? He's just going. What?
Is he not on
he
the
has-
cloak and dagger?
I think he has the regular watch. Yeah, it's the regular watch, man.
Oh, so he's on a timer here. So he's gonna make his move now. He finds the enemy, it gets him. That works. All right, so now he can sap it. The sentry gun as well, if he can actually make it. Oh, he's just dancing around. Can he actually make it to the sentry gun? That's the question. Like, they're trying to spam it out, but the sentry gun is just so difficult to actually reach, and that's it.
He's going for it. He got it, but he doesn't see something with 1 health. He could have gotten the kill. He goes for the sentry gun kill instead and survives. Such annoying position by Ascent.
Oh, so then he was like running to it as well. He was like, "I got you, sentry," and then it just exploded right in front of him. And now he's gonna have to build it all over again. But he's probably gonna have time to do it. Poor guy.
Yeah.
If only
so far
any of them went pyro and went for the home wrecker, or whatever it's called. That
Is
would
it
have
allowed
saved
in
things.
16?
Oh, Silenta's gone down again. No! It's the same spy as well. Oh, it's tragic. And he gets to sentry again. So that makes it 2-0 in favor of Flu against Silentus.
But so far, during the 10 minutes of the play with Cages as a main caller, we don't see really the improvements on Swift gameplay. And Elako is going for a cheeky jump.
Elako's in! Oh, he's made it onto the man, he gets him!
Okay.
Or hit her. Wow. Well, it wasn't even the alley bomb, and that's what happens when, as a medic, you don't stay in spawn. This can happen, but right now it's 5-on-3, and there's only 2 combat classes right now. There is an Uber in play, but they might have to use the Uber to actually hold on to this point.
We
Or
know
just
it has
retreat
been
and wait.
clear that they retreat. They opt to retreat. They don't opt to contest. Interesting decision by Ascent. They want to keep the Uber advantage and push second while milking Uber in order to push last. But they might just do this because there is no pressure at all from Swift on this second point. They leave 1 scout to cap, and they still have an 80% Uber advantage. There is a sniper, a sentry gun on last though. So
Yeah, it looks like
maybe
they're
the
gonna go through
sniper
boiler room
gets a
right
good
now.
shot.
Yeah, just gonna pop really early. We saw Humpback just pop super early, and he actually needed to. We saw the sniper shot ring out. They're gonna take down the sentry gun for sure. There we go. But so far they really pressured no one. Everyone's just hiding in spawn, and they haven't really put in any time on the point. And
there we go. The car crash is happening. Now Swift has a good opportunity to finally get out of their last and maybe do something for the first time on this map.
yeah,
A bit of cap time.
Yeah,
There we go.
they might actually
Black
be able
survives though.
to move on to middle here. Omback surviving is really crucial. That means that they can just stall for a little bit, and they'll actually have the Uber to contest this middle. But Babs already has her Uber, so at this point they need to get out of there. It looks like they will just run out of toxic and middle.
But Umbrak is now at 75%, so are Swift going to go for an Uber trade or just a sack play? They can afford though, they have 18 minutes to work with. No need to rush anything.
Yeah, 18 minutes. We've learned that's like half a round so far. Yeah, they've got plenty of time. The sword is gonna just skip jump in here. They're getting up in the air, but doesn't get him. Wow, Ombrak just like going straight up into a complete pencil jump. But just as soon as Silentus is going to miss, Silentus is gonna have to be kicking himself. That was a perfect skip jump in, popped the medic up straight into the air, and then missed the medic. That's really sad. That was really well played by Silentus. And I don't even know if it was good play by Ombrak, but brave if nothing else.
Yeah, brave. brave for sure, especially when you hold second. So a drop in this position can very easily mean a round loss. But in the end it works. It looks like the gods of TF2 are with him tonight.
Yeah, like so far all of Ombrak's questionable plays have worked out in his favor. You know, so that's a good ability to have, right? You know, because there's always these plays on Medic that where we, like, was that really worth the risk? Like, oh, there he goes again. This time around, Elikor was onto him. He knew what was coming.
Such a nice jump by Korbak, but Babs is nowhere to be seen. And Korbak just feeds. Flu is very aggressive on the flank, but might be okay. He just destroys Samzi. Nice rockets.
Yeah, no biggie. It's gonna take him out, and that's actually gonna be a one-man advantage right now until Silentis comes back. And Silentis is actually gonna go back on Spy. So yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Silentis doesn't go Spy a whole lot, and
he's less than 100 health. Woo.
Ooh, baby! Korbak just goes in there, takes down 2 players, including the Demo Man. Now Crafty's just gonna fight this, and it's just an Uber fight. And where's Silentis? Oh, he just cloaked too late. He got spotted. All right, so. Uber even has been forced as well onto Babs, so she's in a really bad Uber situation, and now Cylinders gets bumped into in the corner, and there we go, just teases him by uncloaking.
I think it's completely tilted, and K just dies again to Flu on the respawn. Everything is going the way of the Frenchies, or the international roster, should I say, because there is
like an Italian, right?
And the British player actually is Crafty British.
Oh yeah, that's very true. I forgot about Crafty.
But yeah, that's such a bad play by the blue combo there, not trading Ubers, just waiting to get forced and dropping Kaijis first on this middle point. So now they're back to square one, stuck on their last once again. The Uber charge is popped, but Babs is at 80% this time. It's much better. It's much better.
They haven't killed anyone. That's what you really need to do with these Ubers. They actually lost people. Oh, but the double pipe from Elikor even the odds quite a bit here. It's just everyone actually stacked onto the point, but no, it's just not going to be enough. It's just too difficult to push.
Why does he pop?
Wait, what happened? How did you? Why? I don't know. I didn't see that. That was weird.
Babs pops to like save a heavy that has 120 health against a soldier for no reason, and now as a result they're stuck holding their last once again.
That leaves an advantage, I suppose.
Yeah,
alright, and there's no arrow building
for SVIFT, though.
either, so not easier to actually just count it. They could go in. Like, I have this running theory as we have Silentis going in here on Spy.
Ooh.
I think he got called out. Yeah. No, he just walks all the way out. Alright, he's just gonna run back. It's gonna double back. Alright. But yeah. Okay, they're just gonna come in here with the Uber, gets completely just bounced around, but they actually gets Silentis. So just the Spy is just picking itself, and then Polygon as well. So now it's a two-man advantage. Now it can just be fought. And this point, I kind of feel like you need to just play it as if you have Uber advantage, like you have to just take in the Uber and assume they have an Uber. Like that's how we need to play it every time. And now the Demo Man stickies have been blown, so now you can put time onto the point. That's going to force the Demo Man onto it. And the spawners do come in, however. There's two spawners. They're both standing on the point. One sticky will take good care of that first one of them, and then oh my god!
He used the cap.
Yeah, and then wow! Did you see that cap? Crafty actually capped it like a millisecond before he got blocked. That's crazy. But one
and win the round with nobody left alive.
Yeah.
Such a tilting way to lose rounds, man.
Yeah, this one's gonna haunt us.
It's a great game.
It's gonna haunt Swift, man. They're just not even gonna want to play the next game against Low Panda. It's gonna be like we got this, and now we're gonna play against Mookie. Nah, screw this. We're just out of here. But never mind, they haven't lost yet. As just go in there with a massive bomb, followed up by Elikor as well. Just immediately cutting the head off of the Swift snake, and they're just gonna roll forward here. There's even a Polygon soldier down here, gets completely bodied as well, and now it's just Cadus left alone. See if you can get some sneaky sticky trap, but completely dominant mid for Ascent.
Yeah, very nice synchronization by Flu and Korbak. Just negating the scouts from Swift completely by just jumping at the same time. Very difficult for scouts to pick two targets when the two jumps are at the same time. So
Tiger sniping?
Good play.
He's been spotted. Alright. He still has a shot here. We see the Medi beam.
Uber advantage, man.
Oh yeah, and here comes the Uber, and everyone was actually playing really far forward. So they probably will be able to catch some people out. No, they catch off nobody. But get a scout onto the point.
So much cap time!
Oh my, what?
What?
There's like 5 Swift players standing on it, but it still got capped. By Crafty,
I don't understand, man. I saw blue players at the point too.
Yeah, like, does Crafty have like a cap hack or something? That's the second time in a row that Crafty just gets the winning cap when he shouldn't have. Alrighty, 2-0 for Ascent. This could get really out of control for
Yep.
the Swift if they don't...
The turning point just right there. If Swift loses this mid-fight, I think this might be game. But Swift opts for a different approach, not going the right side this time, going the left side and avoiding the red soldiers. So they managed to get Credu, and the red soldiers are now isolated without buffs. This could go
onto the
much better though.
Completely misses him, but it does hit a nice shot onto the scout. But this time around, Swift will indeed win it. So, you know, we were really nervous for them, but they do survive the high pressure situation.
But Ombrak stays alive, which is the most important part. Now it's going to be a stalemate on last. And we are going to see if Ascent are good at holding this last point, and Swift has what it takes to come back.
I think Ombrak is smart, and he's just gonna stay inside the spawn, wait for Cadus to go out, just suicide in, do his best alley impression, which is basically a Cadus impression, and then they're gonna push out and do a counter sack. I actually see Tiger just moving in very aggressively. This sort of will just jump away and then just save himself.
Very impressed by the plays by the red soldiers overall. They jump in, they do very nice jumps. They shoot like 2 rockets and they jump out instantly. They are not giving themselves away at all.
Silences is in. Oh, gets denied by the Centrigan. Okay, yep. he made it out.
And this Centrigan placement is tailored to counter the Demoman jump as well, because when you put the Centrigan against the little plants thing, the Sentry can propel the Demoman towards the medic.
Oh yeah.
No, okay, true. Never mind. He's just moving it to the spot I just said it was bad. So
I don't know. Like once it's been spotted, right? Like it was really easy to spam.
Yeah, you might as well move it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, like right now, yeah, it's bad against the bomb, but it's very difficult to actually kill the sentry gun. So no, he can always move it back after like 5 minutes of stalemate, right? So like, he has some options here. I like moving it to just anywhere, really.
And Swift don't look particularly inspired by the way to push this last point. It doesn't look like there is something really planned. They are just poking the choke points, looking to see if it's free to go, but they don't commit their medic. Yes. And as a return, Samzi dies. So Samzi has maybe an opportunity to have class. He's not done it so far in this game.
No, it's just gonna continue.
He's opening the door. Okay, never mind. It gets out of the spawn as scout.
Oh, Sorda's in very deep actually. He makes it really far in. Almost gets in a rocket, but Ombrak, he's smart. He's just gonna stay in spawn, just always, just stay in spawn, just hang out. It's great. It was just beginning to talk smack.
I remember cool plays. I think it was Feeling. I don't know with what team he did it, but he ran battalion to attack this last point, and they just used the battalion to counter the sniper and to push the right hand side. To avoid the problem of the sentry gun and the medic completely. So this could be an opportunity. This could be a way to do stuff for Swift to abuse the right side, but they have no banner. They have a sniper instead, so they are going to rely on Tiger to deal with Crafty, and then maybe they can opt to.
Yeah, Tiger has very obviously not been
side.
spotted, so they don't know he's there. Oh, now they do. And unfortunately for Tiger, he missed his first shot. That first shot of sniper is always really important. Now they're actually going to send in a soldier as well. Doesn't make it in very far. Again, let's see if Tiger can actually see if he can find anyone. He's having just a sniper duel right now against is it Crafty? Yeah, it is. So we've seen both Crafty and Credu play sniper. This time around it's Crafty. Oh my god, Flu actually gets caught out here. Now Tiger, he's really fine. He actually gets a pretty good look at everything, and the center gun has gone down as well. So this is slowly crumbling right now for Ascent. Oh, okay.
Cooldown.
Yeah, Eloquent down, that's a really big deal. Like, who will Ombrak heal
Come on. We do have a postman.
Yeah.
Such an interesting moment.
Yeah,
so we have,
this is crumbling.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen?
Like...
Will K just die instantly?
I don't think we're gonna see the medics sniped. I think Korvac just like Korvac could actually die, and that could just completely seal this. If Korvac dies, he's on 44 HP being healed. But if he just gets like sniped, like body shot or headshot again, then I think this push is gonna work. Because currently, like we see 4 people about to come in from the right side from SVIFT here. Like they're
Korvac is
really
inside
deep.
the spawn though.
Like Crafty's gonna miss that one for sure. Right.
On Silentes? Okay,
like,
Crafty misses Silentes, so Silentes Kaido can push. And then we have a game, don't we?
yeah, if it's 2-1 and there's like 9 minutes left, 8 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it's definitely a game. It's especially if you just like desperately push. But you know, we need to not quite get it all yet. But like, it really is worth noting that this all just started out with Flu, and we did see the miss. The center gun has gone down, and Kradu has actually been killed by Tiger. It wasn't Ombrak, or it wasn't Korvac this time around. But Ubers have been forced now. Time on the point. So we'll just jump away very wisely. Actually, it does go down, but Soda on the point. Oh, it looks like it's actually failed. It's this push, as is tradition.
Yeah, Kaido redeems himself with a nice pipe onto Ombrak, but he actually fails to lock the shutter door for Ascent, and as a result, Ombrak is able to block the point with his UBR charge instead of being blasted inside the spawn. But SVIFT will have another chance because of this crucial medic pick.
Yeah, indeed. We have about 60% coming out on that Alpha Baps. He's just going to move forward. Tiger going down though. That's really unfortunate. Now they can't. They can't really edge them anymore. Like they can't just stand around. Now they have to wait for the Uber before they really be active. Yeah. Before the sniper.
On the bright side, Tiger could spawn as Scott, but no, they're going to
Kate is in. He actually catches the medic. Wow, Ombrak going down immediately. That's what you get for not being inside a spawn at all times.
Of course, dead as well.
Oh my god, this is just everything that the SVIFT needed. They're just gonna put time on the
shot by Puli.
Oof, that was perfect push. Nobody lost. Yeah, Ombrak didn't stay in spawn. And then he died. That's what you get. Never leave spawn.
How to win Team Fortress to just 8 from the spawn. You can't die.
Yeah, Kate is really fast rollout as well, doing a double sticky jump. Not sure that was worth it, but we'll see. He makes it. He actually just walks back to normal. And so, yeah, I don't get that rollout. Maybe if someone else is fast, it's good. But either way, we see a Soda jumping in very quickly. Korvac just in behind lines, basically doing so much damage. Oh wow, yeah, Elcor going down. This is basically 2 teams staring each other down, but a crucial advantage for SVIFT. And this is a game all of a sudden. They need to get out of here. Ascent, they need to run. Looks like Korvac will just make it. He got a medkit there. Got a little bit lucky with the spawns there. They are going to go all the way back to last or second.
Smart decision by Ombrak and these boys. Previous round was kind of bad luck for Ombrak to die to pipe from Kaido's first. So they've shown that they can hold last, but this time they're going for the Uber trade on second point. They get actually a decent Uber charge. But I'm afraid they will still have to retreat. Ooh, Ombrak dies. Okay.
A really big deal. We see actually so many people behind right now. And look at that, Elko just barreling in there, getting a really good angle in Toxic. If Kratos can just make it to this fight, he's coming in from behind right now. He didn't do it. Oh, damn. Alright, but he's still jumping on top of these crates, so he might just make it out of line. Yeah, alright. Scouts are difficult to hit. But things have normalized and gone back to just the good old stalemate and waiting for Uber. But Babs does find herself with a pretty big Uber advantage.
Yeah, it's big, but I don't think it's big enough to milk a push into second point, then use the Uber advantage to push last. So it's not a game-ending mistake by Ascent, but yet they took a big risk by trading this Uber charge onto second point.
Yeah, but like they can definitely just use the Uber to go in, and like if you look where Ombrak is placed, if they're just one sticky in that doorway, you just cannot contest. Yeah, they're just in the trap room and just not even going to contest
there we
it.
go.
So they're going to give up basically second point to
give up a player too.
Oh yeah, that's bad. It's a flu. Like this is how it all crumbled before. and the Centurion again just not in a very good position to stay alive, so it already focused down very quickly. And now all of a sudden Swift are just taking all of the right side, but the Tiger gets piped. Really important.
They have to bear for sure. But the health is so bad on Swift side. The UBR charge is much better for Ascent. The Swift are forced to retreat instantly. They trade Poly for Credu though. This is going to slow down Ascent. Ascent can surely not push this push out of last for free, but they can opt to go for the lobby positioning on the back of that polygon pick.
Yeah, and immediately Ombrag is just standing inside a spawn, building Uber, not arrowing people. This is how you do it, right? Like right now, you cannot arrow people because then you lose Uber advantage. Like the only people you can arrow are people with crit heals. That's the only people you're allowed to arrow. So the Tiger will just walk in there and the pistol down the sentry gun. The flew again. Okay, just so far forward, and you actually get taken down
It's
to low enough health.
Nice bluff by Swift. They are pushing with 90% Uber. This could work very well.
Yeah, and they actually have the Uber advantage.
Yep. And KD is doing so much pressure now. The heavy weapons guy is out. The
the save! Ooh. That was such a big save onto Credu. That heavy was going to die for sure. But now the Ubers are out of the equation and Polygon has gone down. And you could still do some sort of push on it. You just push in a little bit and see if you can get a pick. But it looks like they're not quite going to do that. They take down the sentry gun continuously. Like, Tiger does not like sentry guns. I don't know. Like maybe it's just all those times this sentry gun failed him against that spy.
Yeah, because Ascent doesn't use a sniper on their left hand side, Tiger is allowed to enter the area for free with his pistol and just allowed to just like this, just allowed to fire cheap shots at the sentry gun. And this time Ombrag actually has the advantage, man.
Yeah. Just a scout building constantly. And this is just one of those situations where it's really important that you just keep building that Uber as effectively as possible. And there we go, Uber's in. We see Ombrag standing and spawn like a good boy. And the Uber comes out from the right side immediately here on Babs. Now they're going to make their way over there. Oh my god, they dropped Elicore. That's massive. Tiger just runs in there and meat shots him. That's going to be a really dicey situation.
They will surely push now that Elicore, the big carry, is dead. They have to deal with Credu though. Flu is in a perfect position. He's cutting off the Swift roster and buying so much time for his team. What a play by Flu though.
Yeah. Credu just standing there as heavy, just mowing everything down. The perfect tracking, and now just going to be Babs running with Samsi. And I don't think they're going to be able to do anything about this second point. And, yeah, they do make it out alive though.
Yeah, they make it all alive, they retain control of middle. Samsi is in, and it looks like they're going to push on this damage down to Elicore, but Elicore just gets out.
This might actually be a blessing in disguise, because it's easier to push second than it is to push last.
Probably, yeah.
Right, so... And there's 1 minute remaining, so there's no way Ascent can ever make it all the way to the onto the last. So they're just calling back, and we actually see Ombrag going down pretty weak, and once again he's just milking it.
They see the soldier behind. Flu is once again buying time, but this time he's destroyed by Poly. No, an Uber charge is on the field for both teams, and it's a 5-on-4 situation for Swift, but the response are quite late actually for Ascent. Another 8 seconds.
Yeah, this could work. This could actually work. He's just diving off the button to get it with 30 seconds remaining. So again, that was really, really close, and now surely you kind of think that like everything's just going the way of Swift.
Yeah, and they are rewarded for their active plays on these last 10 minutes. Very interesting, very interesting to watch. And it looks like it took them to be down against the wall in order to just remember they had a plus forward key on their keyboard. And I'm really thrilled to see what's going to happen on this Golden Cup, man.
Well, probably with our luck, it's gonna take like half an hour. We've seen some really long rounds, so we could be in for a long night here. Oh, but I hope you brought some water.
Yeah, I do. Do you have some?
Oh yeah. I made a good decision. That's for sure. Hey, we're gonna need it at the end of this, otherwise we're gonna be hoarse. But yeah, just like actually just losing second point there was probably a really good thing because it just brought with a rut.
Yep, and it will come. A very important part of this is going to be the middle fight once again. Looks like SVIFT has finally adapted to what Ascent proposed, and it's going to the ball is on Ascent's court, in my opinion, in order for them to counter the counter from SVIFT.
Yeah, we're actually looking at logs right now. We see Elicore once again top damaging, and then Tiger doing a lot of work damage-wise, and we saw him just get in there and get some really nice picks as well. And if this also counted sentry damage, he would have been like way better than everyone else, I assume. He killed so many sentries. It was pretty good. And it's a little bit different heal distribution this time around with both Elicore and Kados having high heal percentages still, but it's a little more even with Crafty and Korvac getting. Actually, it's the same order, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh well, but
and one man's sadly not having a very good game. It's the poor Silentus. The poor man 7 to 19. Man, playing a roamer in this kind of locked match just takes a toll on your health.
Yeah, it doesn't help that he's been lagging out and getting a bunch of really bad deaths that way that just feel awful in every way. But we're going live. This could be it. If Ascent win this, they're moving on to the upper bracket final. We'll be facing Lego for the chance to go into the finals. However, if SVIFT take this, they're going to move on to a third map. So anything's possible right now. But the Ascent, they're going to be feeling the heat. Let's hope they don't think about it too much.
There we go, Elako opting for his left-hand side, Kaido opting for his own left-hand side. Where what are the red soldiers going to do? They are going to go behind on the cargo side. Korvac shows up and destroys Kaidus. Two players down for SVIFT. One player down for Ascent. It looks Ascent's way. Elako dies though. But where is Babs? Babs is out of the fight completely, so they are giving up the ground to Ascent, man.
Oh, Korvac was kind of chasing, almost gets taken down. That's another pause. Oh, it's probably Silentus lagging out again, right? Oh yeah, one could get tired of this. Yeah. Look at the
playoff. Yeah. What?
Look at the projectile from the Calmangler. It's actually this little tiny, teeny, itsy bitsy dot, and then just this massive fireball around it.
Yep, it looks pretty bad to be honest. But yeah, so the playoffs are played in a double elimination style, is that right?
Yes.
So the winner of this match goes on to play on the upper bracket final for a spot on the grand finals, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Lego played against Low Panda yesterday, and Lego won that one.
Okay, so nobody is actually eliminated just yet?
Yeah, no, not yet. But you're definitely on the ropes. That's for sure.
Woo, more best of threes, man.
Yeah, best of threes are...
the best of threes in TF2L. The best though are the best of fives, man. For the grand finals. Oh, we are live? Yes, we are.
There we go. So now I think we should just be looking at Silentus the entire time and see when he just dies for no reason, right? As he lags out. That's been the pattern so far. Let's see how it goes. But both medics survived this middle. So we're now on a stalemate here from second to middle. So let's see if this Silentus pick can change anything about that.
Do you see the stickies from Kaidus above the cargo door? What do you think about this trap? Does it actually do damage if you just walk underneath it?
I don't think so. Like I want to say no. Like if you jump, sure, but like it almost feels more like a counter suicide thing. Like if a soldier goes through and then jumps, then it'll probably hit him. Whereas if you like put things on the door frame, you can probably avoid them if you just bombed in. But once you're in the air, then you get hit by it. So Kaidus actually, did you go down? No, no, that's my HUD.
No, that's just
playing
the HUD
tricks on me.
Broken for the moment. Testing your casting skills.
Alright, we do have a sniper here on Kradu. So Silentus has run out of ammo. Alright, so Silentus is very low on ammo. That's very annoying because that could mean that he has to go out of the fight and not watch the flank, and that could give room for Kradu. Of course, oh, that could be anything really. That was the pause, and no one seemed to have died, including Silentus. So we're good. But he did he did forget that he was out of ammo, so he just spent all of it.
Gotta run that commangler like flu, man.
Yeah, it's the smart move, and a banner would just be so good in this situation.
Yeah.
I know it's easy to say when you like run to mid, like you don't want to run a banner to mid, obviously. But
ammo can actually be an important factor in stalemates. The team that has more ammo is supposed to win in the longer run because the other team can't spam that much. And in that case, there is slightly more ammo available for Ascent.
Yeah, it's very true. It's one of those things that like a pretty big deal on Granary, for instance.
Especially on old Badlands. Now the map has been changed and a bit more ammo is added, but it just.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Kate is going down. That's
Did
gonna
he die
definitely
through the forklift?
Yeah, there's a good snipe coming out from Kratos. He's just gonna make his way around to Toxic, and having a sniper in Toxic is actually really annoying, right? Like they have to just walk through this spam, but once the sniper's through here, it's gonna be very uncomfortable for Babs. You can basically only stay in this very area. If he walks up the stairs, she can be sniped.
Yeah, the soldier spam from the blue soldiers is quite decent. They almost killed Ela Cour just there. Korvac goes for Toxic, then under in order to catch Tiger, but just manages to trade. Nice attempt. Yeah, it's pretty
that's alright, he can go for a banner now if he wants to.
Yeah. Exactly. Really choose to.
Yeah, Tiger can also go for sniper or spy or anything else like that. He could have done that before as well. Looks like he's gonna go for the sniper. So I quite like that decision, and then we have Korvac going for no banner.
Yep. It's going to come down to sniper shots, it looks like. What do you think of this map as sniper? Do you see... Like we saw Kai just die presumably through or above the forklift, so it could be a deciding factor. But I doubt that the mastermind will get caught twice though.
Yeah, and I think in general on this map sniper is actually not that good. There's a few sightlines here and there, but in general I think it's mostly good on last, and we're currently not on last. So it can actually be really difficult to get a good shot. Like if you go through the whole lobby area, then like you need to turn the corner before you can get a proper shot. And then if you go into Toxic, like you're on the low ground, you can get spammed, and it's still like it's definitely the best angle, but
that reminds me of Stark gameplay on Gillywash where he just picks choke, walks in, and just quick scopes the medic.
Yeah, like if you're a god, nothing matters. Yeah. But I don't know if Tiger can do that. He's actually gonna walk up now, so is he an actual god?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's a god!
Oh,
Omvex just stood still and Tiger just walked.
Pretty poor positioning by Ombrak for once. That's the first in this long series, so now the gates are open for SVIFT. But Ascent could opt to go for backup play, and that looks like what Flu is going to do.
Yeah, and they're just gonna go in there. They're gonna catch out Elicor. So far, I haven't used the Uber at all. It's really a very strong push, and this is still the golden cap going on. They try to go a little bit more forward with Tiger, but they see no one else, so they're just gonna take it easy, just wait it out, and push forward here.
Yeah, and they are doing the smart decision. They are ignoring Flu, and Flu is scrambling to rejoin with his team, but he's going to be triple team eventually. And just opts to retreat to SVIFT's second point. So Flu is a non-factor. It's just like he's dead. And there is no sniper. Oh, never mind. There's Crafty sniping just now for Ascent.
Oh, Tiger
but
goes
SVIFT
down.
are just SVIFT are in already, man.
Yeah, just gonna go straight on to the point. But Korvac comes in from behind.
There
There's
we
a ton
go.
of damage, but Kid is just standing on this. Scout gets bounced off of it. And there we go. Kid is captured. Yeah, and that makes it 1-1 in maps.
Oh man, I love that play by SVIFT, just there, ignoring Flu at the start, then focusing him to force him to go behind once more, and then pushing on the Uber advantage while Ombrak was 75%. They managed to go in for free on this right hand side. They don't care about the sniper, they get so much room, and then Cages just destroys everyone on the point.
Yeah, indeed. Really clean push, and it just all came out of that Tiger play. I mean, I suppose we can look at some logs. I'm not sure that's worth it. Is this a combined log? Oh, it's a combined log. Alright, that's more worthwhile, I suppose. We did already look at the other one, but yeah, let's look at the combined log as well. It was a pretty long round.
Yep. Looking at the last round, one and who did the more damage? It's Elako once again, then Polygon. Kaido didn't do actually that much damage according to the logs, man.
Yeah, he
was
wasn't
1
spamming
kill
a whole
and
lot.
500 damage. But so much position won by him.
Yeah, Silenda's once again having a really rough game, going 8 for 20. Still a lot of suiciding in there, not a whole lot of damage. It's kind of unusual to see. Usually Silenda's a pretty hard carry. But he might be tilted.
Expresses himself much better in games that are more open. And at least on CP process, we are all aware of all the jump possibilities the map offers. So he got this going for him, if he so chooses.
I don't know. Process. I've always found it to be a really bad sort of map, but it's also really fun because you just like speed through chokes. So you can make some really big plays, but you always end up going like, 8 for 28 or something dumb, because you're just like in there with your market Gartner at 100 miles per hour, trying to be a hero. But I don't know, if you just hang out in PC and sewers quite a bit as a soldier, you can probably do really well. It's just it's more fun to just fly through chokes. But yeah. So now we saw a really tight win come out from Swift. Do you think that we're actually going to see the whole game turn around and we're going to see Ascent actually manage to lose?
I don't know, man. I'm not sure, to be honest. The teams look very closely matched, but it looks like at the end, apart from Kaido's positioning and game sense and calls, was giving the edge to Swift. So I would say that the momentum is in Swift favor. But Ascent can definitely turn this momentum down by doing exactly what they did on the previous map, which is winning the mid fights and then keeping control of that middle point.
Yeah, I also think a really big factor right now is Tiger. It seems like he's really beginning to find his groove, and we've seen Tiger do some absolutely disgusting things on Process before. It was like he was basically the one that defeated Seven on Process.
I remember this. Yeah, when he snipes like 3 times in a row, Raymond.
Yeah, just ran behind lines, just kept sniping him as he spawned. Just really good stuff.
But what the last map taught Swift is that they are much more comfortable playing faster than what Ascent are used to. So they could opt to make the game a bit more chaotic if they so choose, in order to rely on their deathmatch players, Silentes and Tiger. That's always an option for them, and I don't feel that Ascent has exactly the same tactical options.
Yeah, Ascent is very much more trying to work it out with their team.
Yeah, they look like they have a very set way of playing, and so far this game plan has been quite successful. So both teams have their tool, and of course Sniper is a much better class on this map than on Weakoner. So there's always this possibility that we are going to Sniper stalemates.
Yeah, and we even see Sniper to mid for quite a lot of teams, especially we've seen Neo do it quite a bit during the season as well, I believe. But now he's not here, so maybe they're not going to do it. But also maybe I feel like having a Sniper to mid is not really Ascent's normal style with the double soldier bomb in. It doesn't really work with a sniper as well as it does with a scout.
But it could be a mix-up play if for some reason they lose like 2 or 3 mids in a row and they are out of options. So who knows? Who knows, man? I don't see teams either go for this play just at the start.
Yeah, it's very true. Actually, now that I think about it, how were the mid fights going? It looks like it was pretty even. It was about.
It was even like the first mid fights were won pretty convincingly by Ascent. I think the first 2 or 3 ones.
Yeah, 2.
And then all the others were won by Swift.
According to the log combiner, it was like the first 2 went to Ascent, and then the second 2 went to Swift, and then the golden cap went to Ascent.
Yeah. It looks like the initial set play by Ascent is quite well coordinated with the soldier bombs, and then it takes 1 or 2 tries for the other team to adapt to it, and then Ascent kind of struggles to have anything else in their book. But this time we are on a map that's much better for scouts. When we played Greenwatch, there is a lot of blind spots for scouts where they can't really where they can't really shoot the soldiers.
Yeah.
On Reconner, it's kind of the case, but a bit less.
Yeah, like
but we saw.
As soon as you make it through the chokes, right?
On process, you can't avoid the scouts really.
Yeah, very much. Like once you make it through the chokes, you have a lot of room to walk around and maneuver about. So, like, yeah, the chokes are actually pretty tight on process, but like once you make it past them, you have a lot of props to jump on, and you can just really get in trouble if you just let the tiger run in for a little while. He'll be like just dancing around, doing a million damage. It's making you feel miserable.
It's going to be interesting to see Kaidish do the fast rollout against the style of Ascent, because if I remember correctly, they do fast soldier rollouts quite a lot, especially with fluor. And a fast rollout as a soldier means no buff for you. So it's kind of a different game plan than just a coordinated double bomb later in the mid fight. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of the red soldiers can catch Cages at the start of the fight or not.
Yeah, it's actually really normal for a soldier to jump behind lines into PC really early, and that can just kind of win a team a mid-fight. Some games, it seems like everything is decided by who gets the soldier behind and makes him do a lot of damage. Like that's just all that seems to just tilt them in one favor or the other. But you know, other times it just doesn't matter at all. But you know, it's definitely something you have to be really aware of as a team. I think a lot of teams actually just send a scout in that way through PC these days, just to make sure that if a soldier jumps in that way, it just gets two-shotted and dies.
Yeah, it's a cool mix-up indeed. We are going to. I doubt that any team is going to do this just at the start, like take a scout through PC blind. Because you could as well die to stickies that are there because the demo went your PC side.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Could also see the pizza bomb. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw Sweeland, but it's when both soldiers go for the what's it called? The airstrike, and they do this really fast rollout where they shoot 2 rockets in choke and just fly really, really fast, like into the enemy choke, and you just have 2 soldiers, and they'll just arrive in choke at the same time as the enemy team, and you just kill.
And then you mix up. You get a sticky jumping demo man, a sticky jumper demo man, and you get 3 players instantly to the enemy choke. Could be fun.
To be honest, like you're already really all in. You might as well go aller in, right? I'm pretty sure
that's so true, man. So
yeah,
true.
Like you're already being stupid. Might as well go full retard, you know? Just, like that's the kind of stuff that just works. You know, it's better to have a bad plan than to have no plan at all.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure these teams have good plans in stock though.
Yeah, but why have a good plan when you can have a positively retarded one, you know?
Hey, it's a strategy.
This is why I'm not a main caller. I suspect.
Sometimes when I used to main call, I used to call for really retarded plays like that had a very clear win condition. That was, like you said, like it can work. It actually can work, but nobody could understand it, so nobody did it properly.
Oh yeah, like there's actually a lot of strategies that will work once and only once ever. So, like the playoffs are a good time to do it. So yeah, I think the pizza rollout is a good time. Is that what it's called? What's it called? I thought it was like a pun on pizza roll. I don't know.
Why is it called? Why is it called this way?
Oh, it's because they have pizza skins.
Oh, it's the pizza team. Okay, it's because they are the first to do it. Okay.
It's like a D-ski and Alfie just running out with the airstrikes that had like these massive pizza on them, these pizza skins. It looked really amazing. It was just like
what did
tubes.
they do to TF2?
They got a bunch of skins and then they named a team after it, and then they made a rollout and named the rollout after the team. It was great.
Who knows? Who would have known in like 2005 that one day we could have games where players would shoot each other with weapons with pizza on it.
Yeah. You know, there's a good point in chat is that why do a smart play? Because like nobody knows what an idiot is doing, right? So you can't counter that. You know, so I'm sure Ascent has like done some map talks and has really come up with some really solid strats where they try to like box people into certain areas and then concentrate their damage there, and then trying to like spread out while still focusing on the same area. But really, you should just do the pizza bomb, right? Like, come on.
We just spread it now. Every spectator we have now is going to trade with their team next season, man. So yeah. Yeah, props to Degu to inform us that it looks like Craft is dead for good, so probably a Merc is going to come for Ascent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
talking
what
about
I'm saying. All right, so that's interesting. Just it's a full 7 invasion, I guess. Just more 7 players in here. I don't know if SVIFT beat Ascent or if it was just 7.
Yeah, no matter who wins, 7 wins, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they were scrimming earlier, so I suppose they're in the mood for some games.
So what's the plan for 7? Are they going to play next ETF2L season?
Word on the street and in our ear is yes. Oh, with AMS on Scout, I'm sure that's gonna last.
He's not team leader though, so he can't cut people.
Alright, yeah. But also, like Crafty, if you want an advice on restarting a router, don't use a knife to do it. You know, just like turn it off and then turn it back on again. I don't know what he did, but like he left to restart his router. That's what he said, and then he just never came back.
Maybe the router is on the other aisle of the castle, and he has to walk one kilometer to get to it.
Oh right, yeah. It's like he lives in a small village, and they only have like one switch to restart all the modems. I'm gonna go with that one. That's a good theory.
I like it too, man. Isn't he Welsh?
Crafty? I thought he was just British. But I mean, they're all sheep fuckers anyway, right? Like it doesn't matter where they are. They have a bunch of like as long as he doesn't live in London, it's all just countryside anyway. I mean, that's not even racist. That's just ignorance. That's fine. We're good. We're good.
Oh, you can be. I'm not offended at least.
Of course you're not. You're French. You hate the British.
Yeah, like you said very racist stuff about Frenchies walking with baguettes earlier, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm an equal opportunity hatist.
But I'm just mad that I don't have any bad stuff to say about Danes just right now.
Well, we're really bad at football. No, wait, we qualified for the World Cup. Never mind. Oh well, I guess we're just the best. I guess we're just the best.
We're live, man.
We're live. It's going to be the map 3 of the ETF2L season 28 playoffs. It's winners bracket round 1, basically just round 1. And both soldiers jumping in very fast here. They just kind of like look at each other and go each their way. So, going to be a double soldier bomb coming out from Ascent. True to form, but only Flu really jumps into the combo. Kovac's going to run in, but oh my god, the pipes coming out from Elicour is absolutely crushing. Can he find more? Not quite, but it looks like Ascent will take this. Kato's on 27 HP, or 22 HP even, and Eve will eventually go down. No, it's still Kato's alive. Oh, Kato's okay. All right, didn't work out. Kovac did fat fork here.
Control of the game is going to once again be on Ascent's hands, man.
Yeah, once again, just these first middles just always go to Ascent. It's theirs. You can't contest this. Tiger's gone sniper as well, and Kovac, I think he might have spotted. He's really far forward at least.
Very smart move by Ascent to go PC though, avoiding the potential threat of the sniper rifle even before they knew it was there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's an easy trap to fall out into, just walk in through choke. Just and even like they even had someone to call it, but there we go. They're just gonna Uber in immediately, and there's a lot of people in the bunker right now, just standing in there. The Elico will not quite find anyone. He did do a bunch of damage. We have like 3 players on very low health, but I think there's just been done too much damage right now. And here comes the Uber as well from Babs. That's definitely gonna shut down his entire push. So
yeah, 3 players dead for Ascent. An opportunity to push for the Blue Boys Swift. No sniper on the field, so that's surely going to be a cap for Swift.
Yeah, I really, it was a really good job by Swift to just make sure they didn't lose anyone on that initial push. You always have to be really careful because the demo end usually gets the Uber and then he just like jumps in. And if you're not like inside a spawn or like if you're just anywhere too close, like you're not getting into spawn. So you have to find some other way to not die, and they did all of that really well.
Yeah, equal Ubers, actually not equal, slight advantage for Ombrak, but not really usable, like 10%. No off classes so far for either team at the moment. Talash turning onto PC with 1 soldier trying to... Oh, they managed to find Sinantes. Sinantes is really not having the game of his life tonight.
Yeah, he
but
just
the
got
sticky trap for Cadus is just above the door.
Oh yeah, gets Elicor. Kind of surprised I didn't see that. He was just way preoccupied with trying to spam up Polygon. So now that it's going to be no demo man, that means you can just pretty freely walk through the choke. It's just going to be this soldier spam, but here we go. Polygon's going to jump in very aggressive, gets taken down immediately. Really great focus fire. And that's going to amount to nothing then.
Yeah, quite interesting move by Swift. They didn't want to commit their med, it's understandable. So had Polygon survived, we could have seen a push, but he didn't. So this time the PC area is watched by Silentes from the low ground to avoid dying to Talash and 1 soldier once again. And yeah, back to square one. Still no classes.
Yeah, oh, Samsey actually takes a pipe, I believe it was. He took a lot of damage at least, so we just see once again just Elico just walking forward, and we actually have a lot of people in PC right now. So it looks like they want to peek out here, but just so much spam going on. It's very difficult to actually make it out through the top level here.
Very interesting position by Ombrak and his boys. Korbak opts to go for a very optimistic bomb with 80 health also. Of course.
Oh, and a scout gets caught as well. Yeah. Credo just too far forward there. Now it's really dangerous with you're like 4 and 6. That could really hurt you. And Samsey just makes it through the sticky trap as well. Takes down Elicor.
There we go. 3 mid for Swift.
Yeah, that was everyone just died except for Thalash and Ombrak. So Ombrak just decided not to pop on anyone there, just going to let everyone else die and just get out with Uber and hold on to it. And that's probably the correct move here. That's where we see Swift to move in very aggressively, trying to spam out Korbak, but here comes Uber. Korbak was not ready for it.
Ombrak took a pipe, I believe, and had to pop very early. Babs is now forced. And a lot of milking has to be made, and Talash intelligently runs behind and draws blue players back. As a result, the red combo is able to escape and can maintain some form of composure on this second point, but lots of damage done by a combined play by Tiger and Cages, and they claim more casualties, like 4 players down for Ascent at the moment, 5 soon to be done. Ombrak survives, but at what cost, man? It's just with Talash. And they are facing 4 players for Swift.
Oh yeah. Cadus just going in here, almost takes down the medic, but now he's just going to put time onto the point. It's only Ombrak alive. He actually gets a kill. No, he can't.
Nice move.
Yeah, he can't kill 4 players, it turns out.
Yeah.
But you know.
When it comes down to a play that we didn't discuss, is that the decision for Ombrak to rotate heals into PC doesn't work as well as it does on Wash, because the players on choke and sewers are very far away from your heals, and there's a lot more chokes to cover, so I would be surprised if Ombrak opts to do the same kind of play again.
Yeah, you can't really rotate the same way on this map as you can. Like, you can go choke into sewers, maybe, but PC is just a little too tight. Either way, we see like a much more tightly knit middle come out here from Ascent. They're doing it quite differently, and Creator will actually come in from behind, getting 2 really nice kills. Polygon's on the move, trying to catch them, but will not succeed in doing that. Polygon escaped with 3 HP, so it's a really crucial there for him to get out, otherwise it would be like a for sure second loss. But as it is, it's just going to be the middle.
I don't know if you saw the same things as me, because I'm kind of tired, but it looked like a counter-jumping strategy from SWIFT. Their soldiers on their traits.
Yeah, like they definitely jumped second, but like crucially, I don't think Flu and Korvac, they didn't jump very far into enemy territory. They actually stayed kind of close. Right,
but then unfortunately, Kaidus went to push across the point where the hills were on the right side of.
Have you seen where Sticky Trap is? It's in PC, like on the lamp. It's so difficult to spot. Like you have to be basically under it to spot it. Oh,
which
now it's
lamp
gone.
are you talking about?
Oh, it was just a really good sticky trap. It's gone now.
No, I didn't have the chance to see it, man.
Oh, it was really good. You'll see it in the lobby someday when you die to it, I suppose.
We have a sniper on the field. Alash is sniping from PC. Oh, never mind. He's rotating to sewers now.
Oh, this is smart. They got the last one. Now they have like a really good sniper. And oh, he got a good eye on the medic, but didn't quite manage to get the shot off. And now there's a counter sniper that knows he's there. He's gonna have to rotate, but he almost got a shot off. So he's just gonna continue to rotate, I suspect, to hopefully make it in there. But making it far enough into to choke is very difficult. He's gonna get a good body shot onto Tiger, but he's so weak and it gets taken down. Couldn't get an arrow in time.
The new sticky trap from Cages is quite interesting too. Is sticking the far shutter door, expecting maybe the sniper to poke there. So this could definitely work, but just not right now. Samzi and Talash are dead. Talash the sniper opts to spawn as scout this time, so...
Oh, soldiers in! Oh,
Korvac.
Gets airshot by Polygon. Korvac.
Headshot plus airshot, man. That hurts.
Yeah. That was good. It's completely stopped mid-air by Tiger, and then Polygon with the easy finish up.
Yep, so this time Swift don't look like they are positioned to do a counter-attack, so they just sit there with the sniper on the choke. And yeah, nothing happens so far. They're pretty happy to hold, by the way, because they lead 1-0, so this is the in-control position that Cages likes, where really it's up to the other
Flu.
team
Can
to
he do better?
push. Almost got Silentes. if he had killed Silentes again after stabbing him 3 times previously.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he did some damage, didn't get airshot. That's progress, I suppose. Now they just need 10 more bombs and they'll get the medic. Then we'll see. Actually, Tiger moving into PC right now. Just gonna peek right now. Very sneaky. Doesn't quite hit the shot, so now they know he's there, so he's just going to rotate. I like when the players just do these rotations. Just get a single shot. And then now he's actually gonna rotate back and get a single shot onto the demo man, so he's probably gonna rotate again. We'll see.
There we go, the sticky trap works, man.
Yeah, it was good. Katus knows his sticky traps. Will we see a counter sack or
never mind, we don't need to. Yeah, that's the key. Like with 2 players dead, with only Flu, the only option for Ascent now is to trade UBs, but Flu takes so much damage. Position from Talash is not good, or not good either, because it takes a lot of damage inside sewers. But Swift are very slow to push, man. They have a 2 players advantage that they are not using because maybe they have a sniper. Oof. Did you see that sightline by Tiger?
Yeah, he actually saw the medic there, but then, I don't know, he's just bad. Oh, Flu actually gets a really nice shot onto the medic. Not quite gonna be able to get the follow-up, though. Babs with a nice little surf. That's gonna make it out for him. But
yeah,
that was a pretty good suicide, actually, because it actually served 2 functions. One, like you might get the medic, but also it made everyone shoot like back behind themselves and not push forward. And that allowed Elacords to actually make it back in time.
And because Swift are on the driving seat, they don't need to take risks even when they get 2 picks. So if they maintain this hold, then Ascent are going to be forced to take much bigger risks if they want to unlock the position. Where's the sticky trap this time?
Yeah. Oh, there comes the double soldier bomb, double skip bomb in. Just goes for the make.
Babs
Babs
has
is so weak. Oh, she serves on top of the point. There's even some stickies being lobbed in, but no, not quite. That was a really brave hold there by Babs. Again, both medics. This.
Yeah, I was sure she was going to die from fall damage if she missed the point. But yeah, very good. But what do you do if you're Swift now? Do you push?
I mean, surely they just lost 2 players. That seemed like a good time to push.
Yeah, they don't want to, man.
All right, and let's see. Flu, he's gone spy, so you can absolutely do some cute things where you like send in a soldier and then the spy will backstab the medic as everyone's just looking into the skybox. And he's not on the cloak and dagger either, so he's
there's
going
quite
for
a lot
short-term
of
play.
ammo. But he could go lobby, he could go for the merry-go-round. I know he's
he
going for
takes
the
the ammo. That's
ammo pack
usually
there.
a bad idea, but it didn't get spotted. So he's in a really good position.
He can't stay cloaked forever.
He's getting ready for it. He's onto the main. He gets the Babs. Perfect play. Just no cloak and dagger required. He just immediately goes in there, and then.
That's what you get for holding and not pushing when you have advantage, Swift. And Silentes is behind. Silentes has the opportunity to turn this round
Oh my god,
around.
they actually get him.
I have no ammo.
Flu just continues to be a wrecking ball on Spy. He's just like cleaning up. So good.
Poor Silentes. No ammo left.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, Sampi should have died so much earlier though. Like, there was a scout on him and a demo man, and the demo man hit a pipe. But,
that's an equalization possibility for Ascent. Now they are running the spy in, so they know what the setup is for Swift. They see that there is no sentry gun and they get lobby for free. They use the same way onto Elacour. Elacour kills Tiger just as you said.
Pig. Yeah, it's actually contributing as a spy on this push, and that's going to be a really good push. Flu just going like 4-0 on spy. No biggie.
And all has to be done again by Swift, and this shows the limit of the Kaidos playstyle, where you have 1 round lead, you don't take any risks, and you just hold, because you expose yourself to shenanigans, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and like also, like they need to be better at actually checking for it for the spy, right? Because they just sent in a suicide and then they just had one of them go spy. So that's a pretty obvious play in hindsight. So. They just need to make sure they don't fall for that kind of play again. Be diligent. Silentes just with the skill stick slaps core back. Tells him to get back. And that's going to be pretty much a win mid right here for it. But yeah, they want this medic, but oh my god, Flash just cleaning up. That was just such a big meat shot. And oh, he finds the demo man as well.
Yeah, it's because we missed the Babs pick that the Swift player were interested in capping the point. But that kind of reminds me of what Cage said when he was casting Lego yesterday, like some days ago, where the 2 scouts chase to try to get the med pick instead of capping, and it ends up being a dumb play because they just feed the pocket scouts. And now the UBR charge is popped.
Oh, Elacour is in. Oh, can he get these? Oh, he gets Babs, as she was just trying to desperately weave her way into spawn. That's not going to be able to make... Oh my god, Elacour hits another really good pipe. Just completely crushing this push. And yeah, that's going to be it. What a clutch push coming out from Elacour. He was being tanked by the medic and just making it worth it.
Yeah, I think that feeding on Sewers, trying to kill Ombrak, was not the right decision, but I also think that the Ascent setup after getting the Babs pick was really interesting. Falling back inside Sewers in a very tight area where it's very difficult to dodge and flank from a lot of directions. And yes, we have a sniper to mid. Courageous sniping, man.
Oh, can he make it work? Like, this is really annoying as a soldier because you want to jump up top, but then you'll just get body shotted. And I can see Silentes getting quite badly injured here. So he's just gonna jump in anyway after. Oh my god. What happened?
Almost gets the skill stick kill onto Babs, but not quite. It's very strange for Ascent to run a sniper to mid where they have been winning mid fights previously without. What do you think about this decision, man?
Yeah, it seems a bit weird, but I don't know. I'm kind of fine with it. Like, just mixing up your mids and not being too predictable. I think that's completely fine, and it's not like it was a gimme mid or anything. So I don't think it was like called for. I don't think it was a response to anything in specific. It's just a good way to mix it up. And I like that, just having some different mids and just using them during the course of the game. So Tiger will try to get out, but the creator says, no, you cannot leave. You're going to the respawn queue instead.
Yeah, on the other hand, this could get the opportunity for Tiger to go sniper, but UBR is forced by a good play by Korbak. So, perfect situation for Ascent now, and they will be up a full UBR advantage, but they are stuck on their last man. It's such a tricky situation to make. Will they go like Swift and opt to stay? Or will they go for
they
a
have to
ballsy
contest with the
push-out?
sniper. They saw Tiger right now, and I think that might just be enough for them to say, nah.
They're going lobby, man. They're going bottom lobby, and it's still... They're going top lobby instead.
Tiger's getting some views on it. Oh, okay, now it's finally been popped, and they actually get Babs. Eliko just jumps right in, just pipes down Babs.
Cannonbreak escaped.
Oh, the back cap though. Oh, Samsey is gonna go on it. Oh my god, he actually gets it. Clutch, and that's the danger of pushing.
That's the danger of pushing out when you rep 2-1, man.
Yeah.
But we have to... I think that Swift wasn't ready at all for the push out by Umbrak, because they managed to close the distance with a walking demo man onto the blue medic. So yeah, mix-ups from Ascent, and this time no sniper.
Yeah, we see Cylinders in very aggressive onto demo man. Eliko just double pipes Cylinders. See you later, dude. So that's gonna be a really nice beginning of this middle for Ascent, and that's just actually gonna be enough for Swift to just say, nope, we're out of here. Don't wanna deal with this disadvantage mid. Flu jumps in very aggressively. And that's gonna be followed very shortly by Korbak, and seems very aggressive. But they do get Cadus, yeah.
Now with demo man down for the defender team and a 5-on-5 situation, the chokes are open, and as such Eliko has a lot of room to spam, but the health is not just yet, is not there for Ascent, and they lose Flu to nice spam, nice coordination by the two soldiers from Swift.
Yeah, Swift, they're acting like they want to go back in, and I would actually have a scout behind as well. It's annoying to deal with Tiger just out DMing them, and they actually get on back to pop. And we see Eliko, he actually is going to jump in here, try to get the medic, hits a nice pipe onto Babs. Can he get the last one? Oh no. Okay, it's Hubert, Yak Hubert, okay, so he actually did hit it. It's a pretty good play coming out of him.
Clutch pop by Babs. I'm very impressed by what she does from the start of this match, to be honest. Not a lot of mistakes coming from her.
Yeah, like again, it really only like some positional mistakes, right? When that Uber happened and she died, right? Oh, medic in the air gets just taken down as when.
But cool play by Ascent, man. They are taking the fight to. They're taking the fight to Swift.
It's only Tiger alive, but I say only.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that Swift didn't expect Ascent to come back from all directions and block this middle point, because Ascent players were everywhere, man. And this is not. It didn't even look like a very focused, heavy fight from Ascent, but just sheer aggression and deathmatch.
They did the star split, where they just split out in 5 different directions.
Exactly.
And just, like, came back, yeah.
Such a cool play to watch.
Yeah, it's always been a minor art form in TF2, the whole spreading and collapsing.
Look at what Umbrak uses.
Is he on Kritzkrieg?
Yep.
Oh, baby. He is. Unfortunately, Korbak dies, so that's unfortunate, because you want to push really fast, and if he's down, then that's going to make your push slightly more vulnerable.
Even more unfortunate, there is a sentry gun on the field, which is a decent counter to the Kritzkrieg.
Yeah, it's not in the best position.
Yeah, and Flu is using the Comangler, so now the Comangler has been buffed, but it still does only mini crits when it's crit boost.
Yeah, it's not good.
Talash doesn't spot the stick.
Oh, he gets Babs perfectly. Just sniped. And I think he might even get another pick, and no, not going to be able to find anything else. But Eliko is still so deep, but he didn't see the sentry gun, and then he gets taken down. There's silver lining though, they killed the medic, and now they will have a crits advantage because Umbrak didn't die.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they are not able to... They won't have the surprise effect again.
Yeah, it's very important. Like, you're probably not going to expect Babs to just run into the line of fire like that again. So we'll see how it works out, but I don't know, still. Like, you can definitely... Like, you basically get a free push here.
Yeah, I love that. I love the crit script because even if the push doesn't work, then it still forces Swift to execute a very difficult push out of last. Otherwise, they just risk to expose themselves to crits after crits after crits.
Yeah, oh, flew again. It goes down, but here comes the crit streak again. Let's see if Eliquor is able to actually find anything. Actually finds Tiger. All right, that's something. You just want a couple of kills if you're doing a crit streak like this. But the Centrigon just in a really annoying position that wasn't spammed out beforehand.
I know it's the turn for Swift to taste a bit of the 7 medicine where they have to make a difficult push out of their last, and there's a sticky trap above the door that's Swift again. What a timing by the soldiers from Swift, and they survive actually. I meant
we
the
even see
soldiers from
Ombrek
Ascent,
spamming it with like the doorway with arrows, just very aggressively because he knows like it doesn't matter with Uber advantage just because I'm crit.
And look, Swift can't push. They use the Uber charge for nothing.
Yeah, Eliquor's just gonna spam out the sentry gun here, and he has Sorter going in as well.
Nice push.
Double
Six
scout
all
on
over
the
the
point.
point.
Oh my
Nice
god, they
play.
got it.
I love it.
Yeah, I really like it too. They had like a tiny man advantage, just pushed on it. Like, a crit streak advantage is not that a huge deal. Like, really worth playing around. So
It didn't look like they need like they actually popped the crits at all.
no, they didn't. They didn't have it. They had like 70%. It wasn't even close. It's just like I'm just saying. Like also, Ombrek wasn't building it very well. He was just like arrowing. He knew it wasn't a very valuable advantage.
And this goes huge.
Oh yeah. So the lens just destroys Eliquor immediately, and this is basically the same bit as before, but reversed. It was like Silen's getting picked off by Eliquor before, and now this time around, Silen's got his revenge.
Yeah, and it's down to Swift to try to push the choke point
Flew
without a
getting
demo man.
completely caught there by Tiger.
And Tiger is behind.
Yeah, this is probably gonna completely cement the second point. Oh no, Eliquor getting completely caught out by Tiger. Tiger just absolutely just
Going
basically
huge, man.
crouching Tiger here in the bush.
And look, Bitter, we are going to see Swift push straight in onto last. They are taking the fight to Ascent's point, and they are forcing Ascent to pop first, I believe.
It was
Not sure,
very
but a
close
lot of
timing though. So
a lot of
the
mixes
repush.
happening though.
The Reaper comes in here, but the last on the heavy actually does die. So perhaps it's not as over as I thought it was. It's sort of on the point, very aggressively. Eliquor's just trying to stick it, but he's also standing on it. So at some point he should probably die. Now it's 3-on-1, and there we go. Really
Star
nice
split, man.
push.
The star split Bitter. It's the keyword of this map. It's done by Swift this time. There
Yeah,
are players
absolutely.
above, players in front, players on the side. Very good.
Yeah, the star splits are real. So Cadus will do his really quick rollout once again. See, there's no pressure at all. Cylinders also did a somewhat fast rollout just on that high ground to spam out Eliquor as he tries to take the medkit. He will get the medkit though. And here comes a double sorter bomb from Ascent. Gonna hit Cadus really hard to go immediately on this middle, and now the scouts are just running in very aggressively, cleaning up, and this is definitely looking like it favors Ascent at the moment. Here comes the counter scout aggression coming out from Swift, and the scouts win it. Wow. The Ombrek can't quite get the last saw.
I was about to say I love the position Ascent were in, with Ombrek surrounded by 3 players, but
Yeah.
these times the DM fight, the DM is just not enough, but Swift wins it very barely. And now it's interesting to see what Ombrek is going to do. He stays with Medigan, and Babs actually kept Medigan too, I think. Do you ever see Babs use crits this season?
I feel like the answer is yes, but I'm not sure. It's definitely not something that we do a whole lot. There's some stickies on the point, but they have been called and they also been deaded. Alright, no big deal. Babs is about 80% compared. He's basically like 40% ahead, which is not actually that much. Like that's an advantage you can very easily lose if you're not careful. But they're gonna just dot push in here, just send Cadus flying. You will get denied pretty heavily by this heavy. No pun intended. I say, oh my god, the heavy dance moves, so good. But unfortunately, Ombrek does not share
Practice.
the depth moves.
So unfortunate by the French medic there, perhaps his second mistake of the night, and it is going to cost around for Ascent at the worst possible time with 4 minutes left on the board. If SVIFT wins this middleman, it's going to be extremely difficult for how are they called, Ascent.
Yeah, this is also where the Cadus 7 tactics really shine when you're ahead. Right, that was just so absolutely mind-numbingly annoying to play against 7 because they would just get ahead and then they'd just like grind you out. Like, it'd be so annoying. Just trying to gain advantage when they were just absolutely trying to abuse every time you took any kind of risk. But Tiger will go down here to Flu first, and it's just a really aggressive push in from the Ascent. They keep on trying to go, but now it's going to be SVIFT that just moves forward, takes down Elicore. Flu's going to try to get out. He cannot get out. He ends up actually killing himself, and yeah, it will be a mid for SVIFT, and now it's looking really dark for Ascent.
Very interesting aggression put there by Cages, opting to go on the rock, then top. I don't see a lot of demos do this, but it kind of worked because he had free reign on this crate thanks to good support from his team. And now Ascent are still 2 dead, so Cages and Babs are pushing actually.
Oh yeah, Samsey gets baited a little bit there. He had a scout down very low, but there comes Ombrack to the Uber. Yeah, it's...
Okay. They trade 2 players for the Uber charge. It's decent. That gives a shot for SVIFT to...
Oh, Flu's onto the medic!
Okay.
And that's gonna get the force out. Yeah, Babs tried to surf away, but she just hit her head on the midpoint there and just fell straight to the ground. She's like, okay, I better pop this. So both Ubers are now out of the way. Ombrack with a tiny Uber advantage, and he definitely knows about it. But they might just also go, let's just dry push this. We have about 2 minutes to make this work. We're down 1 round.
Dies.
Oh, Ombrack with the crucial death right here. Could be really difficult, and even a nice kill there from Silentis, who just shoots up, kills the scout. This is looking more and more difficult. As long as Babs doesn't die, this is just a bigger hole. Oh my god, Silentis even gets the nice kill there at the end with the equalizer.
2 champions show up at when their team needs them the most, and this was right now for Silentis. And Ombrack just swaps for the crits. He knows that his team is pressured. There's 1 minute 30 seconds left, and they're on the verge of losing the map and the series. And they are facing a push by SVIFT on the second point. Talash goes huge and destroys Babs.
Just ran in and killed her. Alright, so this is a good time to actually take a bunch of risks, but Polygon's onto the enemy medic. Barely doesn't get... Okay, Ombrack does actually go down.
Can just kills him, yeah.
Alright, but it's just a complete man fight. Everyone's just jumping the spire, and looks like it's gonna be SVIFT once again. It just ends up taking it away in these DM fights. It really seems like Ascent get into these really nice positions, and then they just don't quite have the DM to properly follow up on it. It's just SVIFT is barely able to out-muscle them.
Yeah, the way they chose to push from the rollout door was quite predictable, and Ombrack got destroyed pretty much just as he got destroyed on lower lobby, feeding right into the sticky trap of Cages. On the Mercs map, the Cages Mercs has proven to be very successful for SVIFT.
Yeah, not even getting the counter 7 player was enough for Ascent to turn this one around. And it's going to end up being 5-3 as Ascent were desperately pushing out and will eventually end up just losing too many players in the attempt and lose it. So they lose by effectively 1 round, but like actually 2 as it ends up. But a really well played series here. It's going to be Ascent that moves to the lower bracket. They will move down, face Low Panda, and then in the upper bracket we are going to have SVIFT against Lego. That's going to be a really good game. And you know, if the teams are as even as they've looked so far this season, then basically all the games are going to be absolutely great.
Yeah, I felt we had a great series. Do you want to take a look at the logs before we take on the interviewees?
Yeah, let's have something to talk to our players about, if nothing else, and some stats, right? But yeah, it looks like Elicore once again is just gonna get the lion's share of the heals, and then also do a whole bunch of damage. But KD was just keeping up really well with a much better KD. Elicore went 19 for 18, and KD went 16 for 9. So KD playing really well, just never dying, and that's usually the best thing you can do for a demo man, because then there's just always stickies and chokes, and they'll slow things down. It'll be so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, very good control shown by Swift Rider, but even though they had Cadus, the mastermind, Ascent were very close overall, carrying their game plan from start to finish, and almost upsetting Swift. It's quite a good fit, and I'm sure they are going to be very confident going on the lower bracket.
Yeah, man, look at the scout difference really for the two teams. It's like Tiger and Samsey. Like Tiger going 22 for 15 and Samsey going 25 for 15. Tiger having some more damage. Like that's really a solid difference compared to the last one created.
Yeah, as you said, there's quite the gap DM wise between the two teams, and on process it really shown how Swift were able to force the fights on the back of 1 or 2 picks only, or doing the famous star splits. So yeah, pretty good play overall. I'm very interested in asking Swift what their plan is with Ali or Cadus in the future. So let's take on the players.
Sure. So we are now joined by none other than we have Babs and Samsey from Swift, and then we also have Ombrak from Ascent.EU. So first of all, congratulations, Babs and Samsey, on taking this series. It was a really long, grueling match, that's for sure. How are you feeling right
now? Relieved. It was a really exhausting game, at least for me. So I'm happy that it's over and we won.
Yeah, and can you guys shed some light on what was going on with Ali? Like, what happened there?
I don't know. I don't want to conclusions too quickly, but I don't think he was in his mind. Like, he's at Am's place right now, and I guess he just didn't feel like playing. And after the first map, he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna play." So there you go.
Yeah, all right. And Ombrak, commiserations. You guys definitely put up a hell of a fight. You know, you were basically one golden cap away from moving on. So, are you disappointed, or are you happy with the performance your team managed to put in?
I'm fucking gutted right now because I think we should have won. If Ali kept on playing, we would have won for sure. But you know that happens, and like maybe I'm just making a mistake, but I think K just won them the game. I don't know. Maybe they would have won with Ali playing at his prime as well. So that's. Like I can't really make up stories, but I think overall we should have taken this. We made slight mistakes that were like shouldn't have happened, and I don't know. I think we should have won this one.
Yeah, you were definitely very close. I don't know, Babs. How was the game from your perspective? We saw a lot of milking going on, both from you and Ombrak.
It was really exhausting for me. Like, I went into this game with a massive headache as well. So playing for that long is kind of a challenge, obviously. And then, yeah, just being awake for a long time. But I think we performed well considering the circumstances. And I also think Adam did a hell of a great job. Literally, it was so close for us. And yeah. I don't know, like the milking was just like me trying to be cocky and not popping. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the most egregious milk of the entire game on Breck was yours on Reckoner. When Solentis jumped in, perfectly popped you straight into the air. You were just like falling straight down. He was just like looking at you, and you just didn't pop.
On second point?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta make a confession. I thought I was poly, so I thought I was safer than if he was safe.
Wow. Wow. Okay, that's fucking rude. That's so rude.
Oh man.
That's disrespectful because every time we play him, he shots me anyway, so he knows that I value him anyway.
Alright. It seemed like as the game and maps progressed, Samsey and Tiger, you two guys did like better. It seemed like you started out slow, but then come process, you guys went full effect, and you were definitely outplaying the other scouts. So do you just need like time to warm up, or was it just the map? So what was going on?
I honestly just think we need to play PCWs at one point. I mean, we got lucky tonight. There was nothing like skill-based or anything. We literally just got lucky tonight, I feel. And if we don't start scoring, we're just gonna get rolled by the other two teams. Like, that's my 2 cents to that.
Yeah, and you guys will be running into Lego, who barely managed to eke out Low Panda. So 2 very close teams. So, are you? I mean, I guess you already admitted you're a bit nervous already. Do you still think you can take Lego without screaming too much, or do you think like you actually have to like put in some effort?
No, I'm 100% certain that we won't beat Lego if we don't start screaming. Like 100%. Doesn't matter what maps or how the bans and videos go, whatever.
All right.
Especially like we kind of need a demo now. I mean, I don't know if Ali is coming back, but he made like made it sound quite strongly that he doesn't have any interest anymore in playing. So I guess we need a demo as well.
All right. That's definitely some concerns going on. As Ombrek, you guys will be facing off against Low Panda, who barely lost to Lego. So you earlier expressed that you guys feel like you can take some maps off of everyone. Does that still apply?
Of course. Now we have to pull off the Champions Highway and knock out every team we play against. So we would like to prove our worth. If you want to win Prem, we have to beat pretty much every other team in playoffs now. I think we can do it. Maybe we won't allow Cadus to play anymore. And yeah, we should. I'm not gonna say we should, but I think before playoffs, everyone was looking at us with like 1% of chance of taking it in the end, and I think now our chances have risen a bit.
All right. Are you saying the Cadus carry is stronger than the last carry?
I think maps are speaking for themselves. Yes.
I think it's rude to talk like that, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
because
that's my opinion.
I'm really serious.
Yeah, but I still think you shouldn't say it like that, especially not in an interview. But that's my opinion.
Say what?
Just like that Cadus carries us. I mean, even if you think like that, I just don't think it's fair towards us. Because it's not easy on our side either.
I didn't say it was.
Well, awkward. Let's keep on going.
I don't know.
Anyway, how's the weather, guys? Anyway. All right, that's fair enough. Twiggy, do you have any more questions?
Nope. I think everyone is eager to just leave and go sleep.
Yeah, I am actually pretty tired. That was a long game. I'm glad I had like so much water, but I kind of need to go to the bathroom pretty soon. I've been drinking like 2 liters of water or something during this cast. So let's do some shout outs. So perhaps you start.
Alright, shoutouts to my team and for staying strong with our attitude. Shoutouts to Cadus for marking. He's really nice and that he could do it so shortly. Shoutouts to Raymond, shoutouts to Didi and Sylphs and Tassu.
Right,
and to you guys, sorry.
Right. I'm back.
Shoutouts to my team, to Crafty for working for us, to Talash as well. Shout out to Ascent, shout out to SVIFT for a good fight, and to you guys for casting, and yeah, that's it. Shout out to chat for watching the game.
Alright, and finally Samsy.
Yeah, shout out to my team. Thanks for pulling through, even though it was quite stressful to play. Also shout out to Ellie. I hope you come back one day in a proper state of mind. Yeah, thanks for putting up the cast and the production, and good night.
Alright, that's gonna be it for us at teamfortress.tv. Make sure you tune in to the two next game is gonna be Lego against SVIFT, and it's gonna be Ascent versus Low Pen. I don't know, Twiggy, which one are you looking forward to the most?
What?
Okay, never mind. See you guys later. Have a good night, and bye-bye.